everybody. Welcome. Saturday Night Hypnosis, episode 79, one away from 80, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit, this is going to be a wild, wild time. I hope everybody's having a fantastic evening. There's so much to talk about, as there is every single week. We're just going to go right into the intros. I don't want to waste any time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start off with diversity, because we know our ESG scores are down right now. We got to get them up. So, Leon, please, Leona, something, take it away.
No, I'm happy to be here. Happy to help you guys get your ESG scores up. You know, you're doing the same thing that Square Enix is doing, but at least Square Enix is trying to do right by the fans. We're going to get into that. We've got a lot of other great topics to talk about. It's going to be an awesome show. I'm really amped up. I'm really fired up because I spent the whole afternoon eating habanero jerky. So you know what? Let's get it. Saturday Night Hypnosis, hail.
Jerking habaneros.
That's
Jerking habaneros.
Gooch, take it away, Gooch.
Yo, what's up? Welcome. I'm Gooch from Diabolical Souls Presents. I do interviews and reviews, and lately my channel's exploding, so go check it out. Diabolical Souls Presents, and I'm here with these guys. Always a great time. We talking pop culture, having fun, ripping things apart, and talking about the good things.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And Ryan Roger Athe, take it away.
Well, hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Great to see all the hypnomaniacs in the chat. And together, hypnomania will live forever. As you well know,
What you gonna do, brother?
Professional wrestling recently, so yeah, that's where I'm taking my inspiration from. It's great to be here. I've had a great day so far. I had a good talk with the aristocratic utensil, a man who really puts the based in reality based to be well. Something.
All right, that's it. I'm out.
Be modest. No.
Damn it, Will.
He wouldn't approve of you taking a Filipino wife. Let's just put it that way. But here's to a
knock
good
it till you've
talk,
tried it, buddy.
ladies. Here's to a good talk, ladies and gentlemen. And Atreus, are you wearing your prison uniform?
Oh, God.
Straight in with it.
Right off the bat.
No wonder people are complaining.
Oh, couldn't hold it in for 5 minutes. No, straight.
Home run, bro. Home run. Your people play that sport, right?
Let's go to our guest. Special guest, even though he's been here before, but we did things a little backward. Angry Badger, what's up, man? How you doing?
I blame Spoon for everything Ryan just said. It rubbed off on him, so he's been corrupted. What's going on
the
here?
First time something rubbed off on Ryan.
What?
Wait until Spoon's on this show, Atreus. You'll have a fucking
He rubbed
heart
off all his
attack.
hair.
Thank you for having me back. Yeah, I know I did came in a moment, then of course you immediately lost power, so we never really got to talk. But thank you for having me, man. It's very surreal to be here, let alone as a featured guest.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight again. And of course, look who's back. Our native spy,
You're good.
the British in the Philippines, Mr. Will of the Fans.
We missed it, Will.
That's me, baby. I've created a monster because nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady. I'm chopped liver. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, it's me.
What if
Will
the
of
wife
Fans.
were rapping the last couple
My name is Will. See what I did there? Yeah, I was trying to do it in like as British an accent as I could too. I apologize for missing last week's show and a whole week's worth of news and stuff because I've been moving house. I just barely managed to get this studio functioning for today, and now I wake up and discover that all the dust has destroyed my voice. So there's that. But the show must go on. It's lovely to be back, especially when we are talking about my OG true love, Tifa, Get in Line as, and all the other stuff that I've missed. So let's get into it. Lovely to be back. Thank you, guys.
Oh, the Tifa conversation is going to be fun tonight. Coach, what's going on, Coach? Take it away, my good man.
What's going on, everybody? I was missing last Saturday because I was chilling the hell out of the culture down here in Florida. And yes, we're making more and more contributions to the proper crime scene over here, and we're building our platforms, our networking. We're grinding out videos. We're connecting with all these magnificent creators. Reunite with you guys, kind of finally get a chance to meet like normal folks that think in crazy ways about stuff that is so evident. And this is just common sense. This is just culture. This is just powerful stuff happening every Saturday, 79 episodes. We started rather small and intimate, and we kind of blew this thing up. And we're going to continue blowing this thing up and getting more and more people involved Thank you so much, Angry Badger, for making it out here again tonight. We're gonna crush this. We're gonna have a beautiful connection with chat, and always come over to the Coach OC studio, guys. Over here, we're producing videos. We're catching more and more numbers. More and more viewers are coming by. We had Gooch on the show. We had Dragon Slayer commentaries. We're gonna do another great episode about Greek mythology next Tuesday. We're gonna definitely also meet the great bigot leader over here at the chat, so I can ask him some personal questions. I love to have everybody out here also over here at the Coach OC studio to make this tribe even louder, even rawer, even more powerful. So now let's catch the prey with 79 Saturday Night Hypnosis.
Thank you so much, man. Listen, guys, please like the stream. Get the stream out there. YouTube's playing some funny stuff. Get the stream out there as best as you can. Dragon Slayer commentaries. What's going on, man?
Everything's good, man. As usual, guys, if you don't know me, I'm the one and only Dragon Slayer commentaries, the future furry antichrist and also sarcastic commentator of all the shit that Hollywood has released lately. But sometimes I do talk about a few of the good things that have come out of it. And very soon, I hope to not become controversial just for giving a balanced opinion on the Last Airbender show. But that's asking too much. That's asking too much. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it cannot be worse than Madam Web. Okay, so sorry, guys. Either way, guys, let's begin.
You realize every time you say it can't be worse than XYZ show, it always ends up being worse than
But
XYZ.
Madam Web, the only thing worse than Madam Web is Rings of Power. Like, it can't get worse than that. That's like
anything worse than Madam Web is Ringworm.
Damn. That's like
no.
we're just going off the deep end trying to compare shit to other shit.
All right, last but not least, the ultimate diversity, Atreus.
Yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Atreus over on my channel. We cover pop culture, entertainment, video games, bullshit. What the fuck is that, Hypno?
Don't worry about it. Listen, it's Black History Month. Just keep going with your intro. Come on, let's go.
No. We're gonna address
reflection, Atreus.
We're gonna address this shit right now. What the fuck is that?
Atreus, you want an answer? That's Black History Month, nigga Hypno. That's all. I said it. Yeah, I said the hood word. I know. Ooh, this is like the third time.
You're allowed.
This is the third time I've said it with Atreus in the stream, so I'm protected.
At least you've never
okay?
shown your face. So
Don't hide him. No.
Nut check. All right, but so by the way, guys, much like Gooch, we're having a little bit of growth going on over on the channel. Matter of fact, if you guys could do me a favor, I got a video on my channel right now entitled "The Chris Stugman Situation Must Be Addressed." It's actually coming up on 20,000 views, but I'm trying to get it to 1,000 likes, and we're 15 away. So if you don't mind, go over there, drop a like on that video so we can get to 1,000 likes, and I much appreciate it. All right.
Dude, that's awesome, man. The video blew up big time for you. That's great.
Appreciate it.
That's great.
You're killing it, brother.
Just ride that wave now. Ride that wave.
Man.
Hey, listen, I've been riding the Madam Web wave all week. Hey, like every other video was a Madam Web rose. I was like, let me give it a break.
It's hilarious. Man.
I heard Nerd Wars describe it in detail on his. He's drunk too, but in detail, his review was longer than the movie, and I can't.
Know.
If you think the movie was bad, don't listen to his review. Yeah, and Avatar is not worse than
Watch
his review,
my
at
review.
least.
It's significantly shorter and tells the same story.
Why
Probably
does
not drunk either.
Hypno look like Shaft tonight?
What is with the
I already
questioning
told
my
you.
avatar?
I already told you the answer.
You gotta just
Hypno
let it
looks
rock.
like Hypno looks like the last thing a white South African sees before he passes away.
You don't understand.
In
You don't understand.
Little
This
Korea,
is hypnotic
in
from modern
Little-
audiences. Let it rock. All right. Come on.
Mm.
Let it rock. All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just get right into the topics, man. Let's get right into the topics.
Oh.
We're gonna talk.
I saw
Wow.
this.
Not
Bro,
my
you're
proudest fact,
funny.
but
yeah, that looks like what would happen if they made it like if Insomniac made FF7 Rebirth.
Funny thing of
Oh, Lord, who made
Heroin is a bad thing.
Whose face is that?
That's
Stay
the
away
chick
from
from whatever fucking game they're coming out with.
Anybody's face on heroin. On heroin,
Is it,
every face.
it's not Mary Jane from Spider-Man 2 then, though.
No, they
Or something made by Naughty Dog.
he's blue hair.
I just happened to
Right.
see this while I was scrolling through fucking X, and I was like, "This is great. I gotta repost this," and that's all I did. But this is Tifa for modern audiences, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, everyone's
Tifa
losing their
William
shit about
Dafoe's
her
face
tits
was
being
cloud.
bigger again.
What the hell?
Did they really make
Lofty?
it bigger again?
They
What
did.
is this?
Yeah, they do look kind of bizarrely huge now, kind of like they were in the original game, like
Well,
ridiculous.
so there's a lot of people saying that they were nerfed, her boobs were nerfed. I just think it's outfits,
They
man.
were.
I don't know, bro, because I was looking at pictures of her in her battle gear, and them titties were pretty big. They were pretty big. Like the only
They are
reason
pretty
I
big,
feel
but they're
like
kinda
Look,
like
the
people
pushed
tits
see
are
it
down.
free.
now is
That's
'cause
all we
it's a
need to
bikini.
think about. Okay, the tits are free in this one. That's it.
I mean, not for this one. I don't want to see this one. I want to take
No,
this one
no,
off
not
screen.
in this. Not, you know
I
what I
mean,
mean.
that is they're definitely bigger now than they
Need
were.
extensive
I mean, they look
research.
pretty huge in the dress.
Extensive.
In
did
War
some
Machine.
extensive research and found out this is correct.
Enhance.
Based off the dimensions.
There we go.
Let me
Much
Seems
just
like they're
see.
bigger than ever now.
Let me just
Now, this
see.
is what I
No,
call quality research.
that doesn't feel right. No.
So all
God.
jokes aside, all
I'm not
jokes aside,
complaining.
I just
man.
now saw the picture.
I'm actually really excited for this game. I'm really I haven't been excited for a game in a while, but this one's gonna be cool.
Rebirth.
Yeah, not since Final
Rebirth,
Fantasy
yeah.
16.
I mean, I'm just pissed off still about the first
Basically,
part.
Leon, yeah, not since 16. Diablo,
Could
even
anyone,
though I
like,
play Diablo every day, it's like not that great. So
Didn't everybody get like really angry like I did when they started fucking with the story in remake? Because that's what really annoyed me. Everything looked fantastic, sounded fantastic, played really well. And then those hooded bastards come in and then just start fucking with the story, and then like nothing makes sense anymore. Why couldn't they just make the fucking game again?
okay. So I have it's a double take on that, right? So like it depends on where you stand. If you're a purist, right? Because you have the purist Final Fantasy fans, and then you have the Final Fantasy fans who are not purists, right? And the purists obviously are going to be pissed that they're doing whatever the fuck they're doing with the story. I'm thinking they're probably going to kill Tifa instead of Aerith. That's like the going rumor right now. But obviously
They'll
time
balls on Square Enix if they do
That will be the
though.
end of days for
No,
Square.
I really do think they're going to. Or they might pull like a because who was I having this conversation with? I forgot, but they might pull a Walking Dead, right? So you guys watched the Walking Dead TV show. Remember when
We have to choose.
it finally came time for Negan to kill Glenn? Remember?
Yeah.
And then
They
they
did Abraham
switched it
instead
to
and waited
Abraham,
for
and everybody
him,
was
yeah.
like, "Oh, they're keeping Glenn alive. They're keeping Glenn alive." And then he fucking kills him anyway. They might kill both. Both bitches might die. They might kill Aerith and Tifa, or they might keep them both alive if they're pussies.
Well,
you know?
imagine the Mary
Good luck
Sue
selling
articles
more
if
games
that
with only
happened.
Yuffie.
Yeah, I think that's really what's going to drive
Sue's a gold mine.
That's what's going to drive the conversation around this game. Who they're going to kill? I already see it everywhere. Like, oh, who they're going to kill? Who they're going to kill? I don't know, bro. They might not even
If they
do it
don't
this
kill
game.
Aerith, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off enough that I have to pronounce it Aerith.
Like to be fair though, the because I don't
you,
mind the story changes so much so as I mind the fact that they called it remake. I just found the marketing disingenuous because I was expecting a remake and then got an alternate universe story. I'm not bummed about the way the story went. I just don't like what they advertised it as.
That was my biggest gripe.
technically it
remaster by that
works.
point?
It
Or am I-
annoyed
is
me
that mod?
as well, but I thought at least it technically works because the brain fucking hooded ghost things are remaking like the timeline, like all
No,
the
they're
characters.
trying-
The
they're
characters,
trying-
sorry,
Remaster.
the
no.
characters. The characters are
whispers-
remaking the timeline, whereas the ghosts
Yeah.
were trying to preserve it. The ghosts are basically
Exactly.
us. Sorry, it has been a while.
The ghosts are the players, exactly. So like
Yeah,
it's
the ghosts are us.
it's a weird thing, and then I agree with Leon. Like my biggest gripe with it was that they called it a remake, and I'm going into it expecting a remake, and then the ending, it's like we're battling fate. We're
What I've
changing our
realized now,
destiny. I'm like, okay.
recently, I started playing the Final Fantasy One Pixel Remaster just for shits and
Nice.
giggles while I was moving, and I'm really enjoying it. And I've I didn't expect the soundtrack to be so much better than any other version of that game. Like a real orchestra was used to record it, and I suddenly realized that what we've actually been asking for 20 years is Final Fantasy VII Polygon Remaster. That's basically all we want. just that,
in a way.
just a better version of FF7, better music.
Well,
better
there was
graphics,
a mod.
same game.
There was a couple of PC mods that came out for the PC version that that did that essentially.
Yeah,
like the
I saw a
character
version
models
of
and all
the-
that, better music.
Yeah, I mean that's all it is basically, just a mod. That's all we want.
So my question, I guess, because I don't know if all of you are Final Fantasy fans like I am, but like just from a
Massively.
basic standpoint,
Big fan.
real basic standpoint, obviously this game's going to be highly successful. Do you think it's going to go successful to the point of, let's say, like Hogwarts Legacy? Do you think it's going to go that far? Do you think the controversy is going to carry it, or do you think
I
it's
think
just
the
going to
boobs will
be
carry it, and it'll be
Well-
like a flotation device for sales.
the boobs? If the boobs are going to carry it, they would have carried it already. I feel like the conversation really wouldn't be happening right now. I think they purposefully put this out there. obviously, to try to.
I really kind of want a Hogwarts Legacy type situation to happen with this, to show them like demonstrably. It's not really about tits. We're not that pathetic. It's more about don't change shit. Don't attack fans for what we like. And people want characters who look like they looked in the original game. Everybody else is pretty accurate. It's just,
Well, the
and there's
biggest
nothing
thing
wrong with
going
a bit of
against
fan
this game,
service.
the biggest thing going against this game is that it's an exclusive, right? So
That's pissing me off.
it's not gonna have the reach of say Hogwarts Legacy, because it's not possible.
That came out on everything, right? Even Switch, I think.
The Switch was
And the
later on, but
Xbox
yeah, it
One.
did.
Oh,
It did.
okay.
Everything, older consoles, newer consoles, and then even the Switch, like it ran like dog shit, but still.
But this thing that we are constantly afraid if the product is going to be, canonical, if the product is going to reflect the core values or the original values or the original theme, we're constantly like in the state of this sort of Damocles, right? That is swinging over our heads where we don't know, right? There was like a time where, of course, we would like think about if the new upcoming games would kind of, even top the quality of the previous one. But we weren't really concerned if the product was keeping its originality. Nowadays, we're always on this constant brink of, oh, maybe we're gonna fall off the cliff, or maybe this gonna, we're gonna stay safe.
I was actively happy when Knights of the Old Republic got canceled because I knew they were gonna fuck it up. They were
My
gonna
man,
completely
same
rewrite
here.
everything.
Well, that's what I'm
So-
worried about. I feel like they're
Man, I
going
must have missed
to
that one.
royally fuck this up, because they're going to walk on eggshells with certain aspects of the story. And I think that there's so much hype, and there's so much. Well, you have people who have hyped about the game. You have people who are purists about the original. Both sides are going to be pissed no matter what you do. Right. So
Mhm.
whatever
Yeah.
you
Both sides are
decide.
also
Can't
going to
please
buy it
everyone.
though, because
Yeah,
the people that are
because-
purists are going to be like, I'm going to buy it just so I can see how bad it is compared to the original. So like that, the purists are going to help this game sell. Unpopular opinion, I think Stellar Blade's actually going to beat this in terms of sales, but I also think that this is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Stellar Blade are going to be the two best-selling games of 2024.
I mean,
Yeah,
this-
no, without a doubt.
Likely, yeah.
The sad thing is that corporations have weaponized fans, right? Nowadays, it's not about the quality of the game. It's defending its political choices or the agenda that is run now by the company. And so we're in this constant loop of controversy instead of enjoying the product.
So there's
That's some big
Tifa
ass titties,
as
bro,
she
I'm not gonna lie.
appears in. So that's like mid-disc 2 when Cloud disappears before he, and then the
Well-
crater erupts and the weapons get released and Tifa falls over on the high wind on the deck, and that's the scene. It's ridiculous. Like it's as big as her tits are in the whole game. They're bigger than her head.
Well, I need you guys to like
Fucking
stream for big ass cities, because that's as big as they get, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, let me catch up. Subtle DVNC for 5. One time at Rap and Flow Camp. Oh, here we go. We caught Coach MC plagiarizing Run DMC material. Our punishment, we made him frost his hair like 80s Vanilla Ice.
Damn, bro.
Dude,
Damn, Subtle.
that'll be typing like stories in the super chats. Great.
Subtle. I heard he made a super chat about me in your like solo stream yesterday
did.
about
He did. It was pretty good.
swimming. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
supposed
I'll
to
just make
donate
him look
money
like an
to make sure
Backstreet
you
Boy.
have boats to, go across the country with.
Oh goodness.
Adam
yeah.
I was,
Judman
really,
for
I
2.
was really impressed with Subtle. He commented on one of my tweets earlier, and it didn't have anything to do with me being, a homo or whatnot. It was just a compliment. I was like, is this actually Subtle? Kidnap him and
You
like
just make-
now,
you're making
Subtle,
him-
if you're in trouble, blink twice.
You're making it look like every day it's just like, what the fuck you doing, homo? What the
Adam
hell?
Juneman for 2 says, "Don't watch the last Bent Fender." Oh, trust me, I'm not watching.
I
That.
already did. I'm sorry. It's
I'm not.
yeah, I know.
After what everybody said in my last solo stream and the little bit that I read about it, I'm like, I'm good.
Are you
totally-
surprised though?
Steer
Are you
clear
surprised
of
by
that,
that?
'cause I've got a
No,
friend
I'm
who-
not.
I'm not
surprised.
really surprised. It's not the
I'm
worst.
surprised.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. It's like meh.
You're surprised, Trace? Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it was gonna be. Better than. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I don't want to.
I watched it.
The creator
Look.
walked away. He's like, I don't want
Yeah.
any part of this. Like that's
Yeah,
the
no,
sign.
and
of-
I can
Oh,
can
dude,
tell
really?
why. I'm not gonna talk about it, but let's just say it's like it's
Well, I
not
just-
like as bad as the M. Night Shyamalan movie. Please, for fuck's sake, whoever says that, they are fucking idiots. Don't
Yeah.
listen
But
to their opinion.
Aang is floating around like whatever. It's
Let's not talk about it.
but
I
it's
don't
not
wanna-
M-
I don't
it's
wanna
not
talk
M.
about
Night
it.
But
Shyamalan.
to answer
stuff,
Brandon,
trust
the
me.
anime guy's thing here, he says, "What? No fucking no Fable Spider-Man 2 self-inserts. If there are self-inserts in Japanese media, Japanese games or whatever, we're not really seeing them like because let's be real, or we're not bothered by them because Asians are hotter than 90% of a modern American, white liberal women. So you could very much have these self-inserts and we just don't realize it.
I mean,
I wonder if we
liberals,
could mail
certainly,
them.
yeah. But the thing is, like, I mean, the thing that confused me about this FF7 Rebirth tits thing is that it was only like a week and a half ago I was reporting that Square Enix had cut out the scene or censored the scene where you rifle through her underwear drawer in the
panties
flashback.
scene,
And then he makes a joke about finding orthopedic underwear. And I mean, I remember thinking, what's orthopedic mean? And then I found out, I was like, oh, yeah, well, she would need an orthopedic underwear from like hoisting those fucking Zeppelins around all day. But so it's a funny joke. Like, Cloud's got a sense of humor. They seem to have forgotten that in modern like reincarnations of FF7. Cloud's always a mopey motherfucker, but he was a cocky shit in the original.
Square Enix had an ethics. He had an ethics department that they got rid of, apparently.
And they've got. They did.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, why would you censor the underwear joke and then give her massive tits?
I just think that they removed the hiring list.
They did not get rid of their ethics. At least I don't think they got rid of their ethics team. They got rid of anything talking about their ethics team on their Japanese website. But if you go to the American website, it's all still right there. They literally talk about their ESG goals and everything on the American Square Enix
Compared
website.
to what she could have looked
Well,
like,
I don't
I'm not
care
seeing
about
a
American
problem.
Square Enix.
No, I'm not complaining either.
I mean, I do because
fine.
we're going to
She
get
looks-
the American version of the game. We're not going to get the Japanese version. So.
Right.
So you think they're gonna nerf her boobs in the American version, or
I don't know if they're going to
Or
nerf her
put a more
boobs, but there are going
conservative
to be
swimsuit on?
changes.
It's
in the American
ridiculous. I mean, come
I
on.
mean, it's ludicrous to put this much effort into just censoring something, especially something that can easily be found in various Rule 34 searches on the internet. Like, why even fucking bother?
You know what I think they're gonna do? They're just gonna keep the boobs as they are, because if I know any better, the place I work at is a very illustrious institution, and literally as I was walking out of work one day, there was a dude that had a fucking like anime waifu hoodie on that worked on the fucking trading floor. So you know what? They better fucking keep it that way if they want his money. It's okay.
I mean, Tifa, the reason that most teenagers in the 90s knew what the word hentai meant. That's literally why. She's the OG for most Westerners. You can't stop that.
Ryan doesn't know what hentai is.
It's what he is.
Ryan, it's a necktie. It's got pictures of chickens on it.
Hentai.
It has tentacles involved in it sometimes.
Subtle DVT
Hasn't
gets one
somebody
Hypnotic
done that?
membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Folks, I've been quiet for a reason. I don't have a fucking clue about anything Final Fantasy related. So
Ryan sees a woman
To be
on
fair,
screen
you're-
and he immediately is like, "Fuck, I don't know what to do with this information."
Crazy said you don't need
You're quite young, right? By the time you became an adult, Final Fantasy already sucked. Whereas when I was like a teenager, it was the absolute best in gaming in the PS1. You could do better.
I would
There
have
you
been
go.
Final Fantasy
Trades,
15.
what were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say that to answer Dragon's questions about what would be the point, why put it forth the effort to censor those magnificent tits you refer to is it's not about the people who care enough or smart enough to go and look it up. It's about the normies, the kids who are going to play this game, who they want to change their minds about what is an attractive woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly
that's
right.
I
really
think
all it's
that
about.
was Will that said that, and then I retorted with like, if they do that, then they're not going to get the money from guys like the ones that work at the trading floor in the finance firm I work at, that wear literal like super hot anime waifu hoodies in public, like they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but
about
then you
it, and
assume that the people who make the game care about the money that's being made.
They care about your money. They don't care about who you look or what you are.
I'm talking about the activists that are working.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
game. They literally have
that's
no concept of how money works or what translates to them keeping a job. They literally make games, movies, TV shows, comic books that nobody likes because that's what they want. And then when the sales don't come back, and then heads got to roll because heads are about to roll at Warner Brothers right now after that Suicide Squad flop.
Oh yeah, they don't give a shit about OG fans.
They're confused, and then they want to march, and then they want to boycott and do all of these things when they have no concept of how money works. It's like if you make something nobody buys, then heads have to roll, and then they're confused about that. So that's why I said,
Yeah, they always do that.
what I said.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
did you
it's a
see
thing.
all those protesters at Gina Carano Fan Expo? Like,
5 of them.
They were like so annoying. Like they just never appeared. They were invisibly annoying. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like with these people, it's look. It's a stupid tactic of upward failure. Like nobody wants to like do their best. So instead, they rely on lazier hacks than themselves. And when shit rolls downhill, guess what? It's not them that are getting fired. It's whoever else is on that direction of the boulder. So,
But it's also like Atreus says all the time, right? He says like ugly women try to get on the same playing field as beautiful women, and the way they do that is through feminism, right? Like they try to subvert themselves in places they shouldn't be. Like the game developers, the Western game developers are trying to tell you this is what's supposed to be attractive. This shit on the bottom, and then the East is like, yeah, we're just gonna do this. This clearly works, you know.
It depends on if the
Japan's always had
studio's
a
been
better
taken over
attitude
yet.
towards sex.
A lot of these studios, like Rocksteady, all the original people are gone. These are all the new developers that just got hired, and you know why and who hired them. So it depends. Has this developer company been taken over yet, or are there still the original people that are doing it because they love the original thing?
Right. And it's sad because they had a winning formula and they gave it up. Sorry, Leon, go ahead.
no, ugly women should be allowed on the same field as pretty women, but they should be bringing in like water and towels and shit, and that's the extent of it.
I mean, it's true though with
I can tell
with
you,
like feminist bitches. They kind of realized a while ago. They realized a while ago that there's like a finite limit to how beautiful they can try to make themselves when they're just born disgusting. And so the only way to actually even the playing field is to nerf the beauty of everybody else who's prettier than them.
There you go. And to be clear, there's levels to it, right? Because there are women who are legitimately average who really can increase by putting on makeup, by getting surgeries and stuff like that. Then there's the ones who
I don't know that surgery ever actually improves things, really.
It does.
We can say that, but we got to be completely honest. There are women who have gotten surgeries and such that legitimately change. Yeah. I give you a prime example. You guys may not know who she is, but SZA, famous R&B artist, who
I know who she is.
What she looked like before she got like really popular is a completely different person than what the fuck she is now. Like it's dramatic. Now, obviously, she's still fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but you would be lying if you was to say that she is not more attractive now than what she was. And it's unfortunate to say that because we try to argue that we prefer natural, but in her case, nah. Like
I worked for a lot of agencies and companies that were like solely run or like in executive positions run by women, and I can tell you like already that makes it more difficult to be in that company because women have that internal competition that men just don't have. We care maybe about like being in shape or whatever, but we don't compete on those visceral levels that women do. And now imagine you give a woman that potentially like looks bad or worse than it's competitor women that are in better position, and now you gave her the weapon and the instruments to now superimpose her will on those women, but not by competence, by merit, or by work, but simply because now this is a new standard. Now we are flipping the standard artificially and saying, now you are a beautiful woman and they should compete with you now. And now you get to say something about it. And now, of course, all your suppressed emotions that were already like strong because women have that internal competition and snitching and picking themselves apart and kind of, countering the details and all that. Now all that becomes toxic. And so like to work in these companies, as you can see now, what these productions are producing, this is also the result of all these, mind games that they're playing.
I don't know about this.
I just want to shout out Salty Butterbag.
This is just Rizzo,
he
right?
says lipstick, powder, a little bit of paint, make a girl look what she damn well ain't. Good on you, Salty.
I don't know. This is that scissor you're talking about, Atreus, yeah? SZA, yeah. I don't know, man. I think she was pretty in the left picture here.
You're looking at one still.
I think her lip alien in the right one.
I thought
Yeah,
it was the
it's
other way
the-
around. This is how she looks now on the
Yeah,
right.
it's the
Yeah.
it's the lip filler on the upper lip more than
Can't stand
anything,
that
and then
shit.
the
You're not
nose
seeing
bridge.
the
You
But
can
BBL.
see
you gotta
the-
understand,
that.
you're looking at still pictures versus
Oh.
you gotta see mannerisms. You gotta, first of all, her body's obviously had a lot of work. She didn't have a
Right.
whole lot of body before then, but like you gotta look at her in
But on the
motion.
left,
I'm
she
just-
looks beautiful. She looks natural on the left. She
I'm
looks
just
like
querying it. Yeah, I think that the natural look just seems. I mean, okay, the pictures could be biased. They could be done
Yeah.
to prove a point. This is only one example.
Well,
But
here's the
based
thing.
on this example,
I think
I
there's
would
a lot
prefer
of. I
the
think
left.
there's a lot of.
What we're learning here is that clearly people have different tastes. Okay, like
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
natural on the
But
left.
plastic surgery
I
is
think honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think my taste is the end all be all. This is
what was
Why
that
is
chick?
that
because
Trace?
you're black.
She's
We
not-
know,
Hypnotic
Trace,
did a
you
lot
is
of
black.
videos.
We know, boy. Go ahead.
Hypnotic
okay,
did a
man.
load of videos about a bitch who had loads of surgery, right? Was like an
Yeah.
actress from
Yeah,
The
the
Boys.
fucking girl from the boys. Yeah,
That chick.
Yeah,
Aaron
and
Rodgers.
I
that
checked
surgery
that
was
out.
like, what the hell happened?
She was beautiful.
Content.
was.
She said it
Now
was.
she
wait,
looks
wait. She was cute. Beautiful is a strong word.
Maybe I'm just more girl next
Mm.
door type than bombshell. Maybe that's my taste.
But
Fair
I'm saying,
enough. Fair
she's
enough.
cute. See, we got to understand as men, we operate. So, like, the analogy I like to use is, remember when we was in high school, right? You get 6 periods, and normally when you start that,
I didn't get any periods in high school.
No,
Yeah, right.
You get 6 classes, and normally you would go to each class as a man and try to figure out which class got the cute girl in there that you're gonna flirt with
Oh, yeah,
for the rest of the year, right?
Yep.
Who am
But
I
then
gonna
if you
be in love with?
every now and again, you got unlucky enough to where you would have 6 classes with like no attractive women in it, like none of it.
Jesus.
And so instead of like
Yeah.
being like doing what a woman would do, which is quite literally ignore every girl in that class, you would try to qualify any female that you could in that class. So you would be like,
That's true. It'd be like the best of a bad batch. Yeah.
yeah, I can work with that. So when you say beautiful, I think you mean like, yeah, she's beautiful in the context of everyone, all of the women around her are not beautiful. 'Cause if you sit her next to
Beauty.
somebody like Margot Robbie, that beautiful.
Beauty has different shapes and connotations. Of course, you can say a perfectly symmetrical face is beautiful, and then you have a face that is not completely symmetrical but totally interesting to watch and look, with freckles and some other characteristic that you deem attractive, and so you decipher it as being beautiful. Beautiful has nothing to do with a standard or a norm. Of course, it's also children of the context. You might think about somebody who is beautiful right now in this manner, and 10 years from now you may look at this same person as like, wow, that person, I don't find this person any more
I'll
attractive.
tell you this.
That's an
folks.
excellent point, Coach. Because here's the thing: they done beauty tests with children, and children know who's beautiful and who's not. I don't remember a whole lot of things when I was 4 and 5 years old, but I can tell you what. My mom's
remember
friends
who
who
was
had the
cute.
big titties, I remember crawling towards them.
My
I
goodness.
remember all
Yeah.
that.
No, but the thing is, we know exactly these surgeries, they don't happen because they really, like, I don't believe that all of them really believe that, oh no, I'm making myself like more beautiful, right? I'm enhancing myself. They're doing this for the camera, they're doing this for the light, they're doing this also for their masters, because they're, they get told, like, this is how we want you to look, right? This is how the master likes you to be. This is the perfect whatever angle, bada bum. You need a nose like that for a career. And they kind of, they accept the deal. They don't really believe, oh, I'm going to make myself more beautiful. They know that how they came into the business, this was their real beauty. Now it's transformed, applicated beauty that needs to be catered to the masses.
Jesus, we've put
It is
more
true,
thought
though,
into
what
this shit
Travis
than they
said,
do when they
yeah.
adapt it.
Time out, one at a time. But before you guys continue, let me just catch up really quick. Subtle Deviancy for 5 says this donation is for Gooch's tattoo on his gooch that reads "All hope abandoned, ye who enter here." Got a pretty big gooch. It's gonna take a lot of tattoos.
Holy shit. Oh,
What else we got? Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5 says, "Good evening, everyone. Have any of you fine gentlemen? We have a woman here. You got to be. Come on. Any of you fine gentlemen ever heard about the Rule 34 Italian Parliament Zoom call incident.
Yes.
What
Yes,
We were talking about that
basically-
backstage, actually.
Basically what happened is like they were having this parliamentary meeting in Italy, and then one of the guys was going to show their presentation. Instead of pulling up
No
like
way.
the PowerPoint of the presentation, instead a couple of
Yes.
seconds of some like Tifa Rule 34
Tifa Rule 34,
smexy
yeah.
time was
Are you
playing
serious?
very
Oh,
loud.
that's
Yes.
different than what we were talking
Wow.
about. Okay.
Yeah. No, I
You
heard,
guys
I heard
gotta
it was
send that
something
to me.
along those lines.
I'll make a
yes.
video on it. I swear to God, my
Yeah.
I
algorithm
think
is
Leon, that's
so
what it
bad
was.
on
We
Tifa.
conflated it with something
Yeah.
else. But yeah, he
Yeah.
played his porn.
Basically, that's what it was, and I was just laughing.
No, you
That's-
decide if you can show what I'm sharing or not.
I
That's
cannot
better
show
now.
that. I cannot show that.
Oh
Holy
God, how bad is it, Will?
I'll
This
put it
fucking
in the
Tifa
private
getting
chat.
railed, bro. Like I
What?
can't show that.
Yeah, it's blurred out.
Dragon
Blurred out,
cannot
but it's
tell
like
the
Japanese
difference.
porn blurred out. You can still see what's happening.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Oh
All
my
right, let me
God!
try and find out. Let me try and find
Dragon
a
cannot
version that's
tell
not
what the-
so.
You find an
Between-
actual censored version, please, for the love of God.
Give me a second.
Oh wow!
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
okay.
That's what played at Italian Parliament.
That's
and,
what,
got,
you know,
what showed up on the screen.
First,
in
we
the
got
Zoom call.
fucking Dragon
No, we
Slayer dropping
can't
the N bomb, and now we got Will trying to show Rule 34 fucking
So
porno.
hardcore.
What's going on tonight?
Dirty bastards.
It's the
Two of
tits. You brought the tits into it as a topic. It's
Oh
driving
my
us all
God.
crazy. you
The
know?
tits is carrying the internet right now. I don't know about your algorithms,
Man,
but my
I-
algorithm
Tifa.
is very tit focused right now.
Look,
You know
tits
that
boost-
South Park
tits
episode?
boost the algorithm. Okay, this has been proven.
You
It
know
is,
that
man.
South
Alright.
Park episode from like one of the earlier seasons where like one of the girls gets bee stings or something, and all the boys immediately descend into like ape like madness
Yeah,
where they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh, all the time. That was everyone at school when FF7 came out in my class.
Mhm.
Well, it's true. It's true.
It was
Uh,
definitely
Subtle
like a
Deviancy-
sexual component to it for sure.
Subtle
There's a
Deviancy
version
for
that you can
5.
show.
Let me catch up. I'll bring it up. Hold on. In Hona, I'm assuming you meant in honor of Black History Month. No comments about Hypno's immigration status. Thank you. Ryan's hairline, Leon's metrosexuality, or Dragon Slayer's lack of buoyancy.
What can I say, bro? Like, what can I say? I
Appreciate
haven't had to swim from one country to another in a long time.
And we got a massive drop. T-Jab Steve dropped 5.
Hey!
With the Hypnotic membership. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, T-Jab. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Just let me know where we are from goal, because there's a lot of super chats tonight, ironically. So that's good. Thank you, guys. Much appreciate it. Make sure you turn on your gifted memberships as well,
Yeah,
so you guys can win
Soon
it.
we'll summon X-Men Forever. I already know this. By the
All
time we
right.
reach $100, he will come like a fucking rare boss spawn.
We're going.
It's
We're-
like, bro, it's
We're gonna need
true.
some super chats, because what I'm about to show, that it's gonna. Yeah, we're so screwed. All right, ready?
Yeah, we are so
1,
fucking
2,
screwed.
and go.
Boom.
All
There
right.
you
All
go.
right. That's not terrible.
That's a
That's not
draw.
terrible. You literally have to
Good.
draw the Italian. Like,
No, I didn't do it. I didn't have time to do it.
You
I would have
happy,
drawn something
Kofa?
funnier.
You happy?
So this is
I
what
would-
showed on the person's
Except
Yeah,
instead
what
of
they
the
were doing
Italian
there.
flag,
Yeah.
it's
And
a
they all
man,
voted
and
yes.
instead of the bra, there is no bra.
And on that day, the motion was passed.
This was achieved.
Regardless of its
Right.
contents.
That's an epic fuck up. That's an epic fuck
Hey,
up on that.
hey, it's not as bad as the Chinese university teacher who literally had like his freaking adult video, like he has saved on an MP4, like just playing super loud on his PowerPoint. That's on Twitter.
You have to
I
watch
I mean,
this happen.
it is the Italian Parliament, and the Italian president a
are
few
you
years ago
implying
was
something?
Silvio Berlusconi,
Yeah,
who
so
was
Coach, how do you feel
a
about this?
fucking pervert.
Yeah, how do you feel about somebody
I'm
misappropriating your people?
I'm Sicilian, guys. I mean, I'm from.
He
the
had
south.
to. He had to be
We know y'all
Italian
look like-
under Berlusconi.
He's like-
He used
I'm
to-
just partly an Italian. I'm Sicilian.
A Mediterranean, you know.
Disavowing?
Much with the other.
Well, always like Sicily's different than Italy, man.
Yes,
It's-
it's totally
We
different.
have the mafia there, you know.
It's not,
We
you
deal in
know.
drugs all the
I
time.
mean, you would
Costa
never,
Nostra.
you would
You
never.
know, I live
approach
in
like an-
Miami. I
you would
found
never-
studio through selling
If you
cocaine.
go to an Irish guy, if you go to an
Andreas is
Irish guy, and
inspired.
you tell the Irish guy, oh, he's British. Oh, you are English. Tell the Irish guy he's British. That's exactly the same thing with us.
Isn't this done from Cloud's perspective?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, this
Okay,
so
so
it
what's
makes
the
sense.
issue?
The issue is the jiggle physics. Apparently, some very fugly feminists were very angry at the fact that there are women with big boobs out there, and those things
they
jiggle,
move.
and they give men hope for a better tomorrow. What can I say?
They just don't want us to be happy.
They make
I
the
know,
sun
right?
rise.
Just
No. I mean, it sounds like a joke, but that's serious. They quite literally don't want you to be happy.
they don't want you to
Yeah, they
have
don't
fun.
want
They
you
don't
to
want
know
you
that.
to
Like, if
enjoy
it's
that.
you-
But I don't want to live in a 15-minute city eating bugs and not owning
No.
anything and be happy. I want
You never see
Tifa
in
titties.
tits.
Atreus is right, though. Atreus is
Yes.
right.
Yeah, that's right, Uncle Owen. I
right.
don't want to live in a 15-minute city.
Like they
By the
actually
way,
get off
I'm
on
sharing
being
an
miserable.
example of why Italians
Yeah.
can't be mad about this, because at the end of the day, this guy was their president.
Nice.
Well,
Well,
That's
fucking
Berlusconi. He's in
You're gonna
charge.
Oh yeah, and funny thing
used
is,
to it.
they don't even like notice the people that are crying about this scene. They don't notice the fact that because this is a Japanese version and it's being done from Cloud's visual perspective, you can literally see his head going down, but then to look at the boobs, but then immediately it goes slightly up. So like she
Yeah.
doesn't notice, you know,
That's
because he's
funny.
kind of in that moment. So she
Typical
doesn't notice that he's staring
anime.
directly at her tits.
That's the kind of
But
thing that
nobody
happens in
noticed that.
anime all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You
just
know,
how
like,
it
He
is.
looks
They were
down and then
distracted
he
by
has to look
something else.
back up, and he gasps.
I mean, hell,
slightly,
anybody
and
would be.
like like that. Makes that noise and looks up again.
Yeah,
You know?
So do you guys think they're going to
Yeah.
censor the Tifa at all for the American version? Do you think that's going to happen, or we're just going
I don't
to
know.
go full on?
I think based on
I
the
don't think they're gonna
reaction,
do it.
they would be retarded too.
If they
I
want to
was gonna
make
say,
a
they
lot of
use all that
money,
money.
This
just
is a leak. Like these this
Yes.
footage was leaked. So if this
There's no
hadn't
way
leaked,
this isn't
they
to- yeah.
absolutely would have they absolutely would have censored it. But now I guarantee you that they see the outpouring of support for this, they will leave the censorship alone.
yeah, but was it a
They
leak?
definitely
or was
need
it
some
a
support,
leak?
man. They definitely need some
it
support.
was
probably the quotation mark leak
To
because
see,
they
right?
know.
To float it
Yeah,
out
they
there and
know.
see?
They
Yeah.
want to know like how people would take it, and
Yeah.
controlled.
obviously 95% positive feedback. So go ahead, boys.
After this show,
Release
90
the
seconds.
That's an interesting like way of creating anything. Like anytime there's a debate in the office amongst whether to include something in your movie or your game,
Just leak
you
it.
say, "Hey, fuck it, let's settle this debate this way. Leak it and see what the public."
Crowdsource the answer.
I agree
Yes,
100%.
Very, very good.
I've
That
been
is
saying that
definitely
for
what
a
this
while,
is.
that this
That's what
shit
got
They're
Devil's
trying to
like-
find out.
Remember Ryan
the
Reynolds
fans-
leaked it eventually?
They're trying to find out if they're going to get a bigger response from Twitter, who want it all gone, or if the fans have got what it takes to support those massive.
Dude, I've been
teams.
saying for the longest time that these companies know the power of controversy and they purposefully are leaking shit.
Absolutely.
And I know
Oh, yeah.
I know
This
it's
is
like
what they're
entering
mentally
conspiratory territory, but I really do believe that shit.
Oh no, they do it.
They admitted it.
Yeah, they do it
Oh,
all the
yeah,
time.
it happens all the time.
If you
Governments
go
do
to Harvard, if you go to Yale, if you study economics in those Ivy League colleges, universities, they will tell you, hey, the best way to keep consumers consuming is to create inner tension, political controversy, is to, bring them always to a situation where they have to, interact with their reptilian brain, where it's fight or flight, right? If you keep your population constantly under pressure, under stress, and you cause for a lot of adrenaline rush throughout the year, they're going to consume more. They teach you that, so they admit it.
And if you doubt it even more, take a look at the NFL. One of the things that fans think plagues the NFL is bad officiating. It isn't as bad as the replacement refs, but the NFL quite literally doesn't fix certain rules or
because they want controversy. Yes.
Yeah, because it generates controversy, which generates views. And so, as much as people like to complain about refs, if we're being honest about it, they're really not as bad as you think they are.
Yes.
The NFL doesn't want to do what you think they need to do to make refs
They will never do that.
If it wasn't for it, then people wouldn't watch. Not
That's
that
right.
they wouldn't watch, but it wouldn't
You're
be
right.
as controversial.
They call it war on drugs. They don't call it the final solution on drugs. They call it the war on drugs. Because it's endless. It's an endless
The final
process.
solution.
I don't think
we
that's
will
why
punch
they
them
don't
all.
call it the
You
final
could call it, hey, we finally have the solution. You could finally say that. No, what the government tells you every year, oh no, we need more
Mr. Biden, I found your solution for all your drug addicts. I call it the final solution.
Keep them
The
constantly in the
final solution
loop,
to
right? Keep
Tifa's
them
tits,
constantly
for
in the loop
fuck's
of, we're fighting, we're trying to find, finally we're fighting. But yeah, this is an endless fight. So endless.
Sorry, no one's talking about the fact that Barrett is back there in his fucking sailor costume. I had to point it out.
they
That thing is
completely-
legendary as well, and no one's
Yeah.
talking about it because of the tits.
'Cause-
So
'cause,
guess what?
bro,
the leak
bro.
succeeded.
Bro, it's tits and black dude in the back. Of course, everyone's going to focus on tits. Sorry, Drew.
I mean,
Yeah,
of
but
course.
during Black History Month, how fucking dare they?
It's amazing actually
What?
that Barrett doesn't seem to notice them ever.
You know the amount of
Yeah.
black dudes that's probably focusing on Japanese tits over in Japan
Yeah.
right now. It
What's
doesn't
wrong
matter.
with that?
I mean,
there
look,
is a
that's
just-
thriving blanime
Yeah.
Like Black
society.
History Month, a lot of black dudes are over in Japan right now.
No, you're
They're
not
spreading
joking.
black
I've got
culture to the
both of-
Japanese
like,
women. Yes.
It's just that men like Asian women. Like I've got a black buddy, and he's got an Asian wife. I've got a white buddy, he's got an Asian wife. Men just love Asian women. Let's
True
call it what
story.
it is.
Follow that all the way to the end. Why is that?
Because they're
I mean, we all know
small.
why.
Well, from
because
what
it's
I
like
They
a mouse
know
is-
their role and they
Oh,
shut
God.
them
Ryan said
down.
it. Ryan said it, not me. Ryan
Clip
said
it.
Blame
Clip
him.
it. Somebody
That's not the
wrote
only
that
reason.
shit.
I heard
There
that,
is,
like,
there is,
They're
there is
traditional.
something to
Very
be said.
I
traditional.
saw, wait a
Lay
minute, I saw a
smack
video.
down on that bitch.
I saw
And also, you know, basically
Listen,
everything you've ever heard anatomically is
speak.
correct as well.
Listen. I saw a video yesterday of an Asian man and an Asian woman getting married, and there was like, I guess as a tradition, they was doing like this little competition where the bride opens up something and the maid opens up something, and whoever wins, I don't know what happens when they win. The groom got so mad he smacked the shit out of his wife after she won. And
Damn.
then of course the caption was like, damn, y'all be talking like American men just the worst, but y'all don't even realize that over in Asia, bitches is still getting smacked. I think like Asian women like quite literally are not used to gentlemen. That's not even a concept over there. And so
There is,
that's
Depends.
yeah.
It depends. They
It's-
have a
it's true
respect.
in-
Japan has prevalent cheating problems, like literally.
Yes. Yeah.
In Japan,
there's
they did a
cheating
screening-
everywhere. There's cheating
No,
everywhere.
no, no. Like in Japan, is so obvious, like way more obvious than in other places. Like
And it's
one guy
also
did a
part of-
street interview to like a bunch of Japanese dudes and women, and they were like, "Oh, you know, if you're married, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." And okay, how would you feel if your husband cheated on you? And then she's like, "I don't care." In short, they basically said, I don't care if he fucks some bitches, as long as he doesn't get any feelings for them. I don't give a fuck.
That's exactly what she said. That's the
Yeah,
exact
seriously, what they
translation.
said, in short.
Yeah.
I'm
I
serious, bro.
don't want to get into red pill
Right,
talking
yeah,
points on this
yeah,
channel,
yes.
but
No, seriously, no. That's what a
Well,
Japanese
to be
woman
fair, wouldn't it
said.
be yellow pill if we're talking about Asians? Just
Wow. On that note, thank
Somebody
God,
clip
thank
that.
God we got
You
super
son
chats,
of a
ladies and
bitch.
gentlemen. Thank God we got super chats. Mr. Pooh 73 for $4.99 says Tifa is reminding of AB Hitomi Tanaka, who's had natural O cup.
Can
What?
confirm.
Jesus Christ. Look it up,
Looked
gentlemen.
it up.
So yeah, land whales need
back.
to know that these women exist. I agree, man. Thank you so much for super chat. Much appreciate it. Little Demon Teacher 2. Can Will
Oh.
say, please, sir, may I have more?
Please, sir, may I have some more? I
pause.
suppose
No
that's the
more, no
Just
more,
reference.
no more.
That was
Come on.
fucking gay.
Give it some,
That was
give it
gay.
some feeling.
Pause.
Come on.
I don't want to sound that
What
gay.
the-
And I'd have to sound like a 9-year-old boy if I was trying to.
So gay.
That is her.
Thailand.
I don't know. Someone's spitting off to
Why
me
is
sounding
it
like
gay little
fucking.
boy was like the first fucking thought in your head when I said that. I didn't mean that.
She can't even. Her body can't even withstand the
It's
weight
fucking
of those things.
Oliver
What the hell?
Twist. It's a reference to Oliver Twist. from
Right, the
movie
fucking
Oliver.
American knew that, right?
Just the way you said it was so gay. Adam
Yeah,
Gentleman
because I was
for
trying to
five.
sound like the little
Oh,
kid
man.
from Oliver.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you. Says Hypnotic. Did you see the video I sent you on X? No, I did not. I did not.
Hmm.
Can you
What?
send it to me again? And I'll check it out. But thank you. Appreciate you, Adam. Jeff, how far are we now? Let me know. Let me know. Hunty says, has the panel seen the Sege yet? I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, Segay. Yeah, I forgot about that. I
You guys
forgot
see the
about
picture
Segay.
that Hunty made?
What is
Sega.
this, like a
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
Segay.
Hunting, you made Sege.
Gay
Good job.
Genesis?
It was great.
Yeah, Hunty during Hypnocast.
Hey,
made Sege.
is this a Sega thing? I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically Sega went all like super gay. So Hunty made a little nice emoji called Segay.
Ah, yes. I
Yes.
just found something quite similar, actually. with
Yeah.
a picture of Sonic, but all rainbowed up.
The gay
Oh,
is.
come on, fucking
Where are
really?
we finding this like deranged shit?
I don't
bro?
know,
It's like
my-
so
my
easily
search game is-
accessible.
Freaking legendary today.
The topics is boobs. Anyway,
It's
so
always boobs. It always
Yeah,
is
we have
boobs.
to talk about enough
That's
gay
your
shit.
drawing?
Let's talk about some tits.
Yeah, please.
Still the
please.
drawing that I started.
On the one stream when there's no women, we might as well talk about tits. Oh,
Yeah, right.
there is a
Get
woman
that
on the stream.
misogyny
Stop
going.
being a
they
bigot.
just.
Keep going.
Ooh, bro, I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Coach.
That's really cool.
Hey, Atreus, now come on now. I'm appreciating art over
That's
here.
1900. Yay.
Congratulations.
I don't
thought
know.
that
You
said
just
Congrats,
like,
bro.
Ooh, I like that.
Right,
Like,
we
Atreus!
You could have done anything.
Bro,
I'm in the 1930s now. It's a great time period. I mean,
according
it's
to
a time of
Atreus, seeing according to Atreus, seeing a nice work of art and just going, "Ooh, that's nice." That's automatically
That's not
pause
what you
worthy.
said. You didn't say that. You didn't say that's nice. You said, ooh, I like that.
It's artwork. Why the fuck do you think I would say? Oh my god!
It's totally random. Totally random.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
these
yeah.
fucking
It's a group of
things-
guys. This is the effect. You see, this is the effect I was talking about. You put Tifa's tits on screen, and
Is that real?
suddenly everyone's competing
Yes,
over who's
it's a
alpha and who's
giant-
gay.
Bro,
Yeah,
do they
it's-
really move that fast?
Yeah.
They do. They're
Mine
dude.
does.
That's huge. Their muscles are like
Holy
fucking
shit. I'm
strong.
That is
Bro, that's
not
not-
a real
bro, that's
fucking
not real.
snake.
It's
that
not
real?
fucking
No,
real.
I think no. There are real
No.
snake. They're cope. I believe they're really big
No.
pythons.
Remember
but that one's
Anaconda
been
with
big.
Ice
big.
Cube and Jennifer Lopez? Look just
That's
like
the
that.
fucking.
No,
That's the
those are
fucking Midgar
pythons.
Zolom.
Dragon Slayer, don't bullshit me. That is
No,
not
it's
real.
not. It's not
Yeah,
bullshit.
Final
So
Fantasy
with
reference to try and
pythons,
bring it
with
back.
pythons or most reptiles, if you feed them long enough in captivity and they don't have any
No one's saying
other
this
like
isn't
predators,
possible.
they
His
can
fucking
grow to
video
ma-
isn't a dude being chased by a real goddamn snake.
Well,
this
listen,
big.
all
If
I'm
he
saying-
is,
we need to look into
we
this shit.
need to go
No,
hunting.
no.
That's crazy.
First of all,
No, go
First of
scroll
all-
down to the
Atreus,
comments. Though. That's
Atreus,
hilarious.
Atreus,
That's
go
all I
ahead.
was about to recommend. Yeah.
Atreus, go.
First of all, him swinging his head like that, like he know he's going to catch his prey, is enough for me to say fuck no. Like he's
Go catch
casually
that
chasing,
ass.
like, ooh, I'm going to catch me a monkey. I'm gonna catch me a monkey.
Not a monkey. Somebody
Like,
clip that. Somebody clip that.
Swiggity, smoothie, I'm getting that booty.
Well, it's purpose. That fucking
Thinking
thing
it like
got
he's
me
the fucking
too.
OG AIDS.
I looked
patient.
at it and I
monkey
knew
bites
I
the
had a
dust.
feeling it was fake, but god damn, that shit just makes me go,
I'm
wow.
gonna catch me a monkey, Mr.
I'm
Johnson.
gonna
You have
get him
AIDS.
now.
That is scary shit, man.
Monkeypox. That's where it came from.
Not monkey pox.
I'm gonna catch me a
Bro.
monkey.
One of these days, we're gonna make Leon choke on his fucking vape. I know, but like,
Vapist.
Vapist.
Serial vapist. Get to the chocobo. We need to get away.
What?
from
Get
that
to the
fucking
chocobo.
snake.
We need to find a solution on drug.
Yeah, because
Let's
the fucking- the snake is so goddamn big.
move on a little bit. Let's move on a
The
little bit.
fucking
So-
snake looks like the Midgar Zolom from FF7, so I'm trying to bring it back. It's like
No,
a
yeah,
fucking
so-
smoke the size
well,
of a
forget-
goddamn house.
forget the Tifa conversation, everything for just really quick. So let's talk about overall the conversation that's happening between Western and Eastern developers, because I'm seeing a lot of videos from a lot of different content creators. People are openly just fed up and attacking Western developers, and there is like,
Yeah.
remember that picture I put? Let me bring it back up again. Not that people really want to see this, but just to give you kind of an
I
idea
mean,
of where we're going with
it's
this.
infecting Japan now anyway,
So-
and they've got to be pissed about it, right?
Ah.
So when it comes to the conversation of Western and Eastern developers, right? We see pictures like this going around all over the place on X and Twitter right now, because people are fed up. And the joke, as much as this is a joke, this is actually not a joke. Like this is probably what Tifa would have looked like if it was made by any Western developer.
Yeah.
That, and
100%.
good thing paper bags exist.
it brings the conversation as to why, right? Like, and I know Atreus says this all the time about feminists trying to get on even playing field and everything like that. But when it comes to money, and these people they're not spending their own money. So the people designing this, they're not the company. They're just the people that work for the company. So at some point they convince the people who have the money that this is what we want to see.
This
And
is
then
the
every
exact same thing.
time you get something like Tifa or Aerith or whatever, or Eve from Stellar Blade, whenever that happens,
Yep.
it just proves that that's what we want. Like, we don't want this. So then why do we keep doing this? We're on like almost a decade of this nonsense. Like, I feel like at this point, maybe a little shorter than that, but
I mean,
If-
Japanese.
I actually had the question,
Japanese.
though, because sorry, go for
Go
it,
on.
bro.
No, I was
Okay,
just
well, so-
pointing out that there was a thing where some Japanese developers were like, I can't remember what game it was that came out, and they had a choice of like type 1 or type 2 body rather than male or female, and they were asked about it or something. And they said, well, we did that because we know that Western gamers like to make ugly characters. So that's what they translated, you know, non-binary or fluid or whatever the bollock in hell they talk about. That's what Japan just calls making ugly characters, and I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
She still wouldn't
I can
bang
think about it,
Ryan,
we've
though.
we've got Sweet Baby Inc., right? We got consulting firms like Sweet Baby Inc. that try and find something
Yeah.
problematic in everything. My question is, why has nobody come up with like the counter, the antithesis of that? Why not like, you know, like Angry Child Inc. or something where these game companies, they send you a game and you're like, hey, not enough titties, or hey, there's not enough violence, or something just like to really amp up what we actually want, and
Let's
the
make
game
it.
comes out and sells.
Because,
Make it,
games.
man. We have to, because this is the
according-
same fucking war, just a new front on the same war. It's the exact same thing.
They would ignore all of people's opinions regarding that and call you names like excuse me, bigot or misogynist. And you know, if you're
Yeah, it'd
criticizing,
be horrible to be called a bigot.
That's brilliant.
I know.
Brilliant.
Like these days, nobody cares if you're called a bigot or a misogynist because like it's so overused.
I'd rather
Yeah,
be a
they
bigot
really
than a
just-
fucking queer.
We could be looking at Tifa's tits right now, but we're looking at Willem Dafoe as Cloud. What the fuck?
Willie, hey,
We have a
hey,
legitimate
I would pay
excuse
money
to-
to see that shit just
But
for
the point is,
laughs.
look at what's happening now with every movie that they try and do. It flops. We all call it out immediately. The Spiderwick Chronicles trailer dropped, and the first most liked comment is, "Why are they black now?" It's failed. This is just the same fucking war, but they're just trying. And the point is, they're going to get called out, and they are getting called out that much quicker. Yeah, they got a couple of them, but yeah, the Sweet Baby games, we got your name now. We know what they're going to try and do because we just saw them try and fail to do it with all of our other pop culture.
And again, it's not a
Sweet baby gang,
conspiracy
Matt Walsh
theory,
is
guys. I
back
mean, they admitted. They meet in Davos, they meet in Tokyo, they meet at these great meetings, right, that are happening behind closed doors, and they're establishing the agenda for the
DEI
next
requirements are beyond proven for every single studio and game company. And for fuck's sake, the CD Projekt Red has a whole 30-minute video talking about how they're capitulating to DEI requirements. This is not even a secret. It's not even a conspiracy theory anymore. It's beyond proven.
it's blatantly open now.
They don't hide. That's the problem. Is they don't even
They
hide
don't
this
hide
shit.
it. And they
Yeah.
give it to the politicians that are highly influenced by the lobbyists, and sometimes it's the same thing. If you look at our capital, look at
But it fails though. Look at Suicide Squad. It's gone. It's gone. That's what I'm saying. That's how we win. Is we make these fuckers lose
Yeah.
all the money, and then we laugh at
Nail
them.
those sweet baby fuckers. Nail them.
And
Nail
that is
them.
actually where the
Where's
face
the
came
word?
from. I shared it. I remembered where that fucking ugly ass Tifa face came from. It's the Fable bitch from the new
Yeah.
Fable game.
Fable,
Yeah,
From the
yeah.
Fable thing, yeah.
And I got her on screen if you want to put it up.
Go
just
to the-
prove
You
my
guys already
point.
knew
And it
that,
is
huh?
exactly what a Western game character
Ah.
looks like.
Oh yes,
That is
correct.
fucking
This looks like
fugly
But-
font.
No, but
Okay,
so
this is
yeah,
worse than
the
Shrek.
travesty is the actress that actually played her is gorgeous.
Doesn't look this bad. Yeah, it doesn't look this bad.
doesn't look like
They uglify them. Yes, they weaponize them. You know, of course, they're battling also
It
against.
is deliberate, obviously.
They
to
say they don't want to
demoralize.
enforce those
It's
stupid
even
beauty
more
standards,
amazing
but
than that though, because you've got I've got an article pulled up right now from Polygon, and it's titled "In Trying to Make." It's about the live action Avatar remake. It says, "In trying to make Sokka less sexist, Netflix's Avatar cheapens the Kyoshi warriors, which are female warriors. So even when they try to make shit less
They cheapen
sexist and less
Sokka.
problematic, they end up
They don't
like,
even
the
they don't
left
even
throw,
cheapen
they're
them.
like, oh,
I'll
look at that.
tell you what they
Nailed
did,
Dragon
bro.
Let Leon
I'll tell
finish.
you
Let
what they
Leon
did,
finish.
bro.
Let Leon finish, man.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just saying that, like even ultra feminist, left wing outlets like Polygon are like, you tried so hard to make things less sexist that you made it more sexist. When even ultra feminist outlets like Polygon are calling this out, like where is the line? Because at this point, like, am I just agreeing with Polygon? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
No, look, what Polygon
That's
did
the
is
corrected
Polygon.
version, right?
Polygon is fucking pissed at one thing, and that is that if you remember in the original show, the Kyoshi warriors were like a little nice footnote episode at the end of the day amongst the grand scheme of the plot, and they showed them quick, but it was memorable. Over here, they did the exact same thing. Now they, instead of like showcasing them more and making a big deal about Sokka, trying to learn from the Kyoshi warriors and all that shit, they didn't do that. They just like did it how they did it on the show, but they just sped it along even faster.
bro,
And that's why they're fucking
you're
pissed.
being
on the show, though.
thirsty
That's-
for Sokka.
Like they're
Yeah,
fucking
like,
pissed that they
leave
didn't go
Avatar out
too
of the
hard on
equation.
the feminism. Yeah, they just
Avatar doesn't matter. Leave Avatar out of the equation. The point of the matter is, the point I'm trying to make about this article is that you have this ideologically driven website.
Oh,
and
yeah.
even things have gotten so ideologically confusing. Even for them, they are now throwing a fit about people not doing
I
the
love
ideology
that.
right. It doesn't have to be Avatar. You could insert
anything,
pop culture thing in there.
But I
and
love that, Leon, because now they're getting what they fucking deserve.
Probably.
They're
This
getting what they
picture
fucking
here, they
deserve.
probably made the girl look more like the actual model that they probably based the character on in the first place. They've
it's
fixed the
uglier.
ugly Fable bitch.
Yeah. That, like, how do you?
No. The left one is the fixed one.
Sorry, my bad.
I didn't make
it's
the image. Somebody else did.
I thought that was
It's
the
just-
The
original.
original
It's
is,
not like
is on
Iggy
the
Azalea.
right.
It's going to get worse because they're starting to realize it's not working anymore. We don't give a shit when you call us sexist or you fucking call
Yeah.
yourselves the bigot army. So that tactic doesn't work anymore.
The
Now they're
tide
losing
turned.
money on their movies. They're losing money on the video games. It's going to get worse now because they're going to dig their little demon claws in further. But like, it's not working,
Yeah.
and they know it. Every front they go to, they couldn't take over. Well, they did, but they can't take over our movies anymore. They're trying for the video games. They're going to fail.
And the
God
thing
knows what they
is-
try next.
This is
Follow
a-
the money. Follow
Yeah.
the money.
And
That's
since
all I
these
keep
are
saying.
hyenas, these guys, they're gonna slaughter themselves on the altar of kind of, of a word. This little bunch of, it's gonna take a while, but they're gonna kill them, each other. They're gonna cannibalize themselves until the point nobody is left anymore, and blame each other like for the failure of this whole system. Because in the end, of course, they want to be, they want to stay relevant, and they know exactly with the internet that we have the power to basically produce and consume our own content. We don't actually need them that much anymore. And so they're striving for relevancy. And if they want to, stay in this game in the 23rd century, they somehow they need to make a compromise. So internally, these companies, and I know this for a fact because I'm talking with a lot of people who are responsible inside of those companies that need to obey to the agenda. So internally in these companies, in the beginning, everything was nice. Oh yeah, let's do this woke revolution thing. Beautiful. Oh, something new. Yeah. We're going to destroy the old canon characters, create new ones. But now they see this was just like a slaughtering.
There's no
of IP.
fans to
There's
replace.
no fans to replace.
That's what I'm
Nobody
saying.
is
They
joining.
thought there was when they hired all those fucking activists. Basically, they thought that they would bring the influencers. They would bring fans
Right.
in. There's no
Right.
fans to replace, and you alienated all the people that would spend money on this shit and pick
And-
your franchise.
Yeah, and the internal resistance of these companies, these mega companies, is getting bigger and bigger by the minute because people are fed up by being called something just because they belong to a company that is running a certain agenda that the folks that are surrounding the creators are not liking anymore. So there's a lot of twist and of trouble going on behind the scenes, even though they're trying to play it all nice and safely.
I just
And
made
for-
those emails that Film Thread is getting from people in the industry of the WGA and all that. It reads like fucking hell. It reads like World War II Nazi Germany of literally like you don't know who will turn you in.
It's like
You don't
Yeah,
know
no,
who
I'm
will
having to
sell
do
you
that.
out, and that has to be in every single company now.
in
You
San
don't know who will dime you out.
I mean, you can't
Well,
even
Badger-
imagine the amount because Frisco is so small, right? Everybody knows each other, and in the high ticket classes, even more so. People get thrown out of the window of companies that stayed in for 15 years, 20
Yeah.
years. The revolutionized companies brought them millions.
That's
You
what
know,
happened to Pixar.
And
They
they're throwing
threw
out
all the
people
OGs
like
and
this
replaced them with
because-
influencers.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
But
yeah.
Badger, you
Well-
said it best a minute ago because you said you call yourselves the bigot army people like Geeks and Gamers, they go by the 199 FNT, the Fellowship, and that's awesome. But we literally call ourselves, and all you guys in the chat
Bigots.
are awesome because you go by bigot army. That is the epitome of taking something back and revitalizing it and
That
changing.
was
ruined
Hypno's
Every
those
creation
words.
during the
in the
Hogwarts
chat
shit.
will
wasn't it?
do things on Twitter that also say hashtag bigot army. That just goes to
Yep.
show that there is a massive movement of individuals out there that are fucking tired of using this word to the point where they will embrace being called a bigot
Yeah.
because the
Mhm.
collective consciousness knows we are not actually bigots. We just want good quality shit. So you
Well,
know what?
ironically,
Go
they're
ahead, throw that
bigots.
word
That's
around.
the point. Bigot just means you feel so strongly about something to the. Well, they are bigots, so it's whatever.
Mhm.
Call
Let
me
me
Yeah,
shit.
when
take
it's
back
like
the
anti-racism is
too.
racism.
I just
Racist
had
comment.
Chuck Dixon on this week,
It's a
and
good
he
one.
talked about he talked about this, and he says woke is dead. Disney's
Yeah.
gonna die, and he says it's gonna be taken over by someone else because of their agenda. And
Yeah,
he
it's a
says,
meme.
like, there's
Oh,
It's
it
a meme.
was-
If
yeah,
you get called
it'll be a-
racist, it just means you were probably right in the
Yeah.
argument, and they didn't have anything else to
One
say.
company,
you're
like one
seeing,
company
you're seeing
going
all
out
the
is
rats.
gonna
Seal
kill
of
You're
us.
seeing the
approval.
rats run. You're starting
Yeah.
to see the
Yeah,
rats
yeah,
run
yeah.
away. and
Good.
they're
And the ship
trying
is
to find
tanking,
jobs. And he says they're firing and get rid of people that are activists or they're trying to implement this
Well, and
agenda.
the sad thing is, a lot of these people that got hired really did want to work for the company, and they got hired because their skin color, their gender, and then when they were actually asked to do their job, they couldn't, and then they get their lives destroyed. They get fired. They get dejected. But really, they got hired for the job too soon and for the wrong reasons, and that's the other sad thing.
Yale is admitting this. Did you hear about this? So
no.
Yale
What's up, Leon?
Yale is now going to require standardized tests for score admissions because they are saying that test optional policies may have harmed low-income students. So even Yale, the wokest of the woke in terms of the university system, is now acknowledging, by us letting in a bunch of unqualified minorities, we may have fucked up the minority community.
It fucks up their reputation too. It devalues the image of the
We
school,
need to go back
the
to
prestige
merit-based
of the school.
everything.
Exactly, because meritocracy is nature. It's literally natural. We have meritocracy in fucking everything, even natural selection.
That's the same thing.
Watch an animal documentary where a lion is ripping open a fucking other animal. That's
not diverse enough.
meritocracy.
We need other animals of different colors to come in, and
but
that's what I've been saying. The director,
these lions are racist because they eat other animals. We need to promote. Hippos and stuff.
I don't blame the director for Madam Web or the director for Miss Marvel. I blame the production company and the producers forcing that because they're putting them into a position they're not qualified for. And
I blame Bob. Like I said, there wasn't enough executives watching over their casted black director. Remember that? That was nice.
Yeah,
it's not like they have much choice either, because most of their investment money is coming from companies that are directly influenced by the WEF. So that's kind of where it starts.
Well, and the only company that go against BlackRock, all that is the one I know about is Vivek Ramaswamy Strive. That is the same thing of them, but like telling you what those companies do. But who knows if that's what it is? But yeah, that's the only company I know doing the opposite. And there's no sweet baby games for our side going, no, how about you just focus on fucking story and character instead? There's none of those. Maybe we should.
Socialism doesn't work in North America.
It doesn't work in anything. The only thing
it doesn't work. Technically,
it
can work, but it'll never work in this world because people are just so greedy.
Because human nature makes it impossible.
Because people are not born equal.
But Star Trek would never actually happen because we would all fuck each other over before getting to that point.
Exactly.
Or fuck over the aliens, probably.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Starship Troopers is more likely than Star Trek.
Ladies, subtle deviancy for 2. Only this panel can make Oliver perverse.
Please.
Subtle deviancy for another 2. Game developers design a woman so ugly Ryan passes. Nice.
Savage.
Imagine that. Like, you fucked up when Ryan is like, no, I will not perform intercourse with that shit.
Leave Ryan alone. He's clearly working on his appearance.
Is it me, or is Dragon Slayer too fucking loud and causing me?
I'm just saying, Ryan. Ever since you shaved, I've been seeing a lot more female representation in your chat.
The Ryan thirst is real.
I'm seeing a lot more. I think the women are taking a liking to you, Ryan.
When he says reality based, they love it.
Well, they must like band school teachers, you know.
Keep that black man
Adam Juneman for 2. Adam Juneman for 2. We sent it again by tagging you. All right, I'll check it out, Adam. Sounds good. Super Kitty for 2 says proud member of the Bigot Army. Meow.
By the way, the meow stuff, if y'all didn't realize, y'all were having like your very intense discussion about all these topics. Meanwhile, I was looking at chat, and half of the chat was just
meowing,
fucking hypnotized at the tits.
Bro.
They weren't even
by design.
I love that. My
I
chat
switched
just
it a
like
little while
breaks down
ago to
into
give the
meows,
chat
right?
something nice.
It's engagement.
That's correct. So if you can't keep engaged with if you can only keep half engaged with the talk, the other half
higher. The longer I keep Tifa on screen, so that's why
exactly.
We gotta see how the concurrent viewers is going based on this. Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is I need this game to be good because I've never played Final Fantasy. I was waiting for these games to come out to play it. So if they fuck up the story and or Tifa, I won't get to experience the greatness.
Never played Final Fantasy?
No,
Wait, don't do it. Don't do it. No.
All right, guys, that's it for
FF7 is on everything.
Angry Badger. It was a pleasure having. Let me stop.
That's why.
To be fair, now whoever was in your chat last night that sent you that super chat about Final Fantasy Tactics, I don't know if you're watching this stream or not, but I respect you so goddamn much because Tactics is the best Final Fantasy.
Is the shit. It is awesome. Yeah.
Not the best.
Like the 15th one.
It's not the best, but it is very good.
It's not the best. It's my personal favorite, though. Final Fantasy Tactics on PS1 is my favorite Final Fantasy game.
Tactics is great. Even Cloud has a cameo in that.
You can get them on your party if you do it right. It's a stupid, convoluted way of doing it. I could only do it with the Prima strategy guide, but yeah, you can get them to be part of your party.
That's all right. We've all been there.
All right, Tifa's going back on screen because we lost a viewer, so we got to make sure we get it back.
Get him back up. Get him back up. Get those tits.
But no, seriously. So I think this is just another game and another example of what happens when you just give the fans what they want, right? Something as small as just an attractive female character, making her like she was in the first game, just modernized in terms of graphics and everything. And that's realistically, that's really all it is, because nobody complained. Like the picture you showed before, of the pixelated Tifa with the massive boobs, right, from the original cutscenes. Like nobody ever complained about that because it didn't look realistic, right? Like nobody ever can look at that and visualize a real female. But now graphics are so good, everything is just top tier that now it's a lot more recognizable. So people are like, "Oh, this is hypersexualized." Like, no, you're the one that looked at her sexually. I'm just worried about what her skills are and what the gameplay is like. You know what I'm saying? But they see this one picture of her in a bikini, which is probably like not even 2% of the game, to be honest with you.
It's important to the plot.
I'm sure. Not even wearing a bikini in the original. They're just all wearing their normal clothes.
I'm sure the Kleenex companies are loving this.
Well, that's also a restriction of the time too. Now they don't have that kind of restriction now.
I think only Barrett wants to keep his outfit from the show.
I think the reason why socialism doesn't work, because in the end, socialism is matriarchy, right? You have a form where everything is equal, everything is conform, everything is uniform. This is like the holistic principle thought to a fanatic end, right? Where the woman kind of holds everything. And this is what we're seeing. The companies that are accusing of patriarchy are usually companies that are run by a matriarchal system, which is always crazy. You always have to accuse your opposite side of doing the crimes that you are actually committing, right? So these companies are run by women. These companies are mostly run by women. The problem is that what I said before, when you run by women that are toxic, that are not able to express, properly their inconsistencies, their psychological oppressions, and all the dark corners of their soul, right? You have hyper-toxical companies that run on the principles of, calling themselves out like a matriarchy would do, like spying on each other, like what socialism does, right? Like snitching on each other, like what in communistic system happens, because these are matriarchal systems. They don't work. So as hard as it seems, that democracy run by a patriarchal system means that the woman stays at home, which is great, so she gets protected. Because why is socialism not working? Because they weaponize the woman, and they inflate the ego of the competition of the woman instead of curating the holiness of their mission as being a woman on this planet.
If I can piggyback off of what Coach just said.
What's that?
He wants to piggyback.
He was so amazed that like he had to pause for a second and contemplate that.
But no, I think what Coach is saying is the truth. If you look at some of the most corrupt people in power right now, it's like 80% of them are women. And it's not even about let's not pretend like men can't be corrupt, but it's like men can be corrupt while also doing things that help their community, or at least their people. It may not be for your people, you know what I'm saying?
But they still,
the women in power right now, if you look at some of the most corrupt ones, like prime example, the most corrupt official right now in America is Tiffany Hinger.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Nancy Pelosi.
Sorry, Leon. Colossal Ahorosaurus. There, you happy?
I thought he was going to say Fannie Willis, but no,
that's the nickname.
She comes in second place. She comes.
I would have accepted Nikki Haley.
To piggyback off what Trace was saying, though, because Rocky the Black Dragon said, "Stop in the chat. Stop letting a woman be the CEO of everything." And here's the deal. This might just be liberal lefty Leon coming out, but it's not about letting women be CEOs. It's about letting them be CEOs because they're fucking women. Go back to merit base, like Badger was saying. Yes. I got no issue with a woman being a CEO as long as she did it.
Absolutely not. As long as she's the best for the job.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
If I can finish what I was saying, what I was going to say was that women in power is dangerous because women have no emotional boundaries. They'll let their emotions take control all the time, whereas men, we have to weigh out consequences and repercussions for our actions. Women absolutely,
we are more accountable. Yeah, men have to be accountable.
Women are petty. at all times. They will never let you get away with what they perceive to be wronging them. That, like, if you Tiffany Henyard is the mayor of Dalton County in Illinois right now. This woman has driven that city, that little village, into $7 million in debt. She has an FBI investigation under them. This is how petty this woman is. After the news came into town and interviewed several business owners who had their business licenses rejected because they would not donate to her cause, they did an interview and said that they went to the FBI and had and told them that Tiffany Henyard needed to be investigated. And so the very next day, she had police raid their businesses. Huh. Think about how drunk in power you have to be as the mayor to not even give it a grace period, to make it not look so obvious that you took all three of the business owners who interviewed with the news and said, yeah, we talked to the FBI about the mayor that needs to be investigated, that you sent the police to raid their businesses, not even trying to hide it. That's why I think women in power positions are very dangerous, because they have no emotional boundaries. They're emotionally erratic, and they make decisions that will affect everyone without thinking about it twice.
Yeah.
Yep. And there
There's
it
no
is.
balance. Yeah. So that's
Where
Well, there's different reasons for that too.
And there's a biochemistry, of course, link to our decisions when we're men, because men subconsciously, whether they admit it or not, through the way the reptilian cinder is wiring their limbic brain, we always, in our subconscious, we fight, right? We have competition to a point where we're still wired to, even though I don't believe necessarily the general accepted historical timeline about cavemen and all that. Let's say there was a primordial time in our historical page, right? There was a primordial time where everything was way more about black and white decisions to make of someone is a hunter or prey. Let's say those times were really existent. We're still wired to that conflict time, right, where we have to decide whether we want to run into the conflict in order to save our tribe and kind of create long-term revenue or food for them, a chain of supply, or we want to avoid the conflict because we might be afraid to get outnumbered, or and somehow get so much wounded from it that it's not, our decisions back in the days historically, how we're wired biochemically wise, is about life and death. For a woman, it's different. And so, like you were saying, Atreus, of course, the woman has no emotional boundaries because she doesn't know conflict as men know it, right? We have to fight sometimes for it. That's why a woman, like, sometimes they go into soccer matches, right? And they say, oh, yeah, we're going to win against the men. And they lose 12-0.
They got destroyed.
And they get
by,
destroyed because they are
boys.
so delusional about their feelings that they forget the rational assessment of the physicality of what's going on. A man would never do that because
man knows his limitations. He knows not to attack animals.
To be fair, let's not pretend men don't get blinded by hubris. I mean, there's the literal phrase that hubris.
Yeah, but there are weight class.
Wait, Leon. There's a difference between having hubris because you're intoxicated with power or whatever position that you're in. Sure. There's a difference between I'm the ruler of fucking let's say some small city, and I think I can go to war with a big ass city like New York or something like that. I think even the most powerful of men have people around them that reminds them that, hey, listen, this may not go over well for you.
If you try to do that to a woman, they'll get fucking angry, and so you're trying to marginalize them.
I would like to redirect you to history of Germany, World War I and II. This little tiny country thought they could take on the fucking planet.
Yeah, but that narrative is...
And they almost fucking did until some fucking Japanese idiots bombed the U.S. ahead of time.
Here's the thing. Like, you have men. You could be in a little country.
Here's the thing.
When I find a comeback, I'll hit you up.
I love that thing. It's like a comeback IOU.
I personally think that the core of this problem is femininity has spread like a disease across our respective civilizations.
Is it actually femininity, though?
It's not femininity. It's femininity.
Insanity is what has spread across like fucking wildfire.
Nobody
People have lost their fucking minds.
Folks,
That's worse.
100 years ago, if someone had called themselves a twink, they'd be hanging from a lamppost. Let's not delude ourselves. Our civilizations have changed an awful lot. A little bit for the better, but for the most part, the worst. We want to go back to tradition because tradition works, and we know in the minds of mentally ill progressive ponders, they would have no problem with a Tifa character if it was a fucking tranny demon. But because it is
Ryan, that's not
female,
femininity. That's a
That's not
caricature of
femininity, bro.
femininity. You're not describing actual femininity.
Yeah, femininity and feminism are almost binary opposites.
it's spreading though. It's spreading everywhere.
Well, yeah, but it's when you say femininity, you're mischaracterizing it because
that is
it can be
Long
femininity.
term, probably.
Femininity
we have
is,
less
is all the
femininity
things you
now.
like about women, whereas what we're
Right.
getting is not true femininity. It's a
Well, I know
bastardization.
more. I know personally more men are becoming more feminine.
That is
in
happening. That's true.
society.
Yeah,
That's the
Men are
point I
being
was trying
influenced to
make.
be more feminine.
Yeah,
Women
right,
are
called
being influenced to be
men-
more
masculinity
masculine.
toxic for like a decade.
Of course, and before that, it was metrosexuality and all that shit. They've been trying to do
Well,
this
people-
for decades.
People have a problem with this Tifa because she is feminine. That's the thing. Like she's not anti-feminine, which is what a lot of them try to push. They try to put anti-femininity.
Wasn't this the Cowboy Bebop thing? The chicken
Yes.
there got made like lesser. Yeah.
She was very happy to be part of that.
Oh yes.
To be
Yes.
defeminized.
Yeah, femininity is what they're actively
She
fighting.
was
against.
saying
That's-
she
that's
said
what-
that
at least
it was
in the West, anyway.
impossible. It was the old argument of, oh well, women don't actually look like that; they look like me. And then about
You
a
could
million
Google a
cosplayers
fucking
added to
cosplayer.
exactly. So
Yeah,
a billion
yeah.
fucking cosplayers suddenly got dressed up as fake fucking.
And it's
bad
not
guys.
You
just
know what I
feminism,
noticed
it's
about-
intersectional
Yeah.
feminism. It's not
Yeah.
women are equal. It's women are better. Men are shit. Men are weak. Not just women can
Yeah.
do things too. It's like that
Yeah.
hyper extroversion where they
That's-
can't even
that's
show them
third
without
wave.
degrading all the men on screen.
That
Oh,
excuse
yeah,
about
yeah.
women don't
That's
look
your
like
third
this.
wave
That's
feminism.
only
Yeah,
that's
that's
only an
symmetrical.
excuse that ugly women use. And when ugly women, they say, "Oh,
Mhm.
real women don't look like this." Well, what's a real woman? Because that woman that looks like this, she has a vagina too. She's a real
I don't
woman.
want to
So
play as an ugly character.
What
I
are
want
we
my dude
doing?
to look jacked so that like,
you
oh man,
just
I wish I
don't
looked
wanna
like that
put
one
in the-
day. Nah.
You don't want to put in the work to look like that, which is fine. If you want to be fucking overweight, fat, whatever, that's okay. That's your choice. But don't be mad that someone else who put in the work got there, and now you're like, "Oh, women don't look like that." That's
Yeah.
not true.
But that's
bro.
a
They say
massive
women
difference
don't
because
really
it's
look like that,
female
but they've never
mentality
been
for
outside of the
some
fucking country. Are you serious?
If
Like, the
people
Yeah.
identified like women don't look like that, if that was the case, then everybody equally would agree that women don't look
Yeah,
like that.
no.
Dude, I
The fact that there's
guarantee you.
a significant contingent of people who go, yeah, that's what a
I
woman looks
guarantee
like.
you
You know,
right
I-
now, this whole
say
team, really quick,
something
Slayer, really
regarding
quick,
this.
Slayer, and then you got this.
Oh.
I guarantee you, with the whole news going around about Final, I think it's already happening. You're gonna get a bunch of cosplayers cosplaying as Tifa, right?
They
Guarantee
already
you There's
are.
gonna be hundreds of women that look like that.
Mhm.
There's gonna be real women. So what's the excuse? You're gonna have all
Looks
these
like meat's
cosplayers.
back on the menu, boys.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
You're gonna have all
We'll
these
have
women that
7,000 new cosplayers of
that
Tifa.
they
Fucking let's
actually
go.
look like that. So what's the
Yeah.
excuse?
It's the
And
fight
no
out.
It
That's
never stopped
true.
the ugly ones. It
Slayer,
never
go
stopped the
ahead.
ugly
Yeah.
ones from cosplaying. How many
Yeah.
fat starfires have we seen? It's
Oh,
fine.
fucking
Cosplays
hell.
for
Oh,
everyone.
Badger,
But I mean,
speaking my
Tifa never
language.
really peaked the zeitgeist like she is now. She's really like permeating into the mainstream now because of this remake series. Whereas the original FF7, she was largely sort of unnoticed. It was only power nerds who played Final Fantasy that really knew who Tifa was. Now
Right,
it's
right,
going
right.
to be a big deal.
Now it's gonna be a little more mainstream because of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's not going to be only Japanese women.
Knowing cosplay of today, I'm sure plenty of men could fucking cosplay as Tifa, which was the point
Please
I
don't
was
disrespect Tifa
trying
like
to
that.
make earlier. I mean, would these fat pig women have a problem if Tifa was a
Fat
trans
pig woman.
character? Would they?
He has
No.
a word
The
it's
fucking
like a fucking
descriptor.
car accident.
Nobody would be talking about Tifa's hypersexuality if she was
Yeah.
fat. Let's just be real. They're not going to talk
There'd
about
be
it
no
because it doesn't make
hypersexuality
it.
to speak of.
It doesn't make
Mhm.
them feel insecure to look at her. That's the problem. All these women pretenders and real women who are ugly, they look at Tifa and they get insecure, so they want to talk about, oh, this is bad for women, bad for whatever.
Yeah, it's
It-
pathetic because men don't get
merit.
like that when we look at, say, like Hemsworth or someone who's roided up to shit
Right.
and then
Yeah.
got naked
Fucking
in a fucking
Kratos.
movie.
Nobody says-
Guys, or
Nobody
Kratos,
says
yeah.
we're hypersexualizing Kratos.
Guys don't
Bro,
get like,
like-
that. Guys know. We know
That's
that
the
if we
MCU.
wanted
They
to,
made
Yeah.
fucking Thor
we know we
naked.
could just go
Could
to
you
the
imagine
fucking
doing that
gym.
to Jane Foster?
Oh yeah,
What?
ass cheeks all over the place. Yeah, we all
We
forgot
know,
about
double
that.
standard.
PG-13, boys.
And only the men have to
Men-
work out. The women
Men
don't
know
have to
that
work
they
out.
Only
can go to
men.
the gym, work out, and get looking like that if they were willing to put in the effort. Men decided not to look like that. We've all decided at
But
some
that's
point.
the
that
thing.
something
In
else is more
socialism,
important to us than going to the gym.
exactly.
Women have done the same wrong, and they just can't
Mhm.
take it. The fact that
Right.
their decisions have
Yeah.
consequences.
And then
Women,
socialism
for
or
whatever
neo.
reason, women look at that like that. Like if you put someone who grew up watching Dragon Ball and a girl that grew up
Mhm.
playing Barbies, the girl is gonna be like, oh, I can't believe they want us to look like that. Whereas me, I was like, God damn, I want Goku's six pack. Like that is a good
Yeah.
thing to want. You
Grew up
want
with
to be-
Batman action figures. I wanted to be jacked. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Jack, yeah.
Stupid.
And getting jacked is hard as fuck.
It's hard.
And here's the
really
thing.
People don't tell you
It's
expensive
Here's
it is to
painful.
eat
the thing.
that to
Here's the
them.
thing. We as men, we know when we can't compete. So, like after watching the halftime Super Bowl show, I know damn well if my woman says I'm going to the Usher concert, I'm gonna hide those tickets. Like I said, yeah, I bought you the tickets, but I lost them. I don't know what happened because
Yeah. Good strategy. Oh man,
Insecurity.
no.
Really quick,
Oh,
guys,
the
let
thing
me
is
call
true.
out TJAP Steve's super chat so I can get
Mhm.
it. $26.01. Can't forget the penny, man. Gotta throw in the penny.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, TJAP, holding it down, getting us closer to goal. It says for Tifa's boobs to get us closer to hitting goal, and because that one penny was making me grumble. Thank you so much, TJAP. You rock, my
Gap,
dude.
could you try not to turn every fucking comment I say into like homosexual shit?
No,
Well,
keep
you
doing
are
it.
gay,
Keep doing it.
Dragon. So
He did point
Yes,
out
yes.
earlier
My
on that
love
Riot's
for the female
feminine
figure
spreading.
and tits makes me gay. What the fuck? What's that? What's that
That's
logic?
you like tranny
2024
demon.
clown logic makes tracks
No,
to me.
I like no.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yes.
All right, continue, Say. What are you going to say?
No, I was just gonna say to piggyback off what everyone has been saying. I noticed that like in the current world that we live in, they want to split people into two sides of the same coin of insanity. They either want people to be basically intolerant corporate fascists or intolerant ignorant socialists on one end.
Mhm.
And then you have these crazy little feminists that obviously grew up without a father or without anyone to take care of them, people who are heavily traumatized, and they were never valued by anyone. And instead of trying to like through their own sheer willpower try to find a way out of that shit and make something of themselves, they instead use their current situation as a fucking excuse to act as a victim. So every time they see a picture of someone like Tifa, their first reaction is, oh my God, like it's impossible for me to look like that, even though I could probably look at least 50% like that if I just worked out and got more responsible with taking care of myself.
Just move to Miami. Everybody looks like that over here. It's just like
Miami, there's a lot of BBLs and breast uplifts, okay?
Well, I just
yeah,
wanna-
but
I
at
just
least
wanna-
people do
and lip
something
fillers.
to the-
I want to bring up.
You know I'm right.
No,
I
no,
want to bring up
you
this point. You made the comment about them not having fathers and stuff like that. I think a lot of those stories are over exaggerated.
Men too,
As a
like
matter of fact,
no parents.
I did a reaction video today of that TikToker who tried to expose her dad for being a deadbeat, and then he responded.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It turns out that not only is he not a deadbeat, but nigga might be dad of the year. That nigga spending millions of dollars on his children.
Oh, I
And
saw.
but here's
Yeah.
the thing. Here's the kicker. We found out that this TikToker, who's a famous TikToker by the way, is actually a fucking writer in Hollywood. No wonder our scripts fucking suck because we have children who've been fed lies by their mother, and two are absolutely unfucking grateful and delusional. She said her father abandoned her when she was 5 years old to go and breakdance, and then it turned out later that he didn't start breakdancing until 7 years later after he left, and that was to get in shape. Two, she also said he never paid for none of her medical bills. He never paid for her medical bills. Turns out he was paying for all of her medical bills. So
Of course.
these people are fucking crazy. Something wrong
No,
with them.
but
And now they're writing our scripts.
And Trace,
So,
the thing is, no, it perfectly fits in there. So neo-Marxism or hyper-socialism wants to eliminate merit because the moment you eliminate merit, and so you have to kind of come up with some sort of work and valor and repetition. So therefore, you don't need work anymore. You just can imagine that you are great at something, right? Or that that you need to be in this position because you feel like you can fill up this position without having, gone through the usual experience and labor that you usually have to do in order to gain that type of recognition. So by eliminating valor and merit, you have a completely meritless society. So how do you want to build up your ego? So what is left? You need to go into the toxic behavior, right? You need to superimpose now your will onto others. You need now to kind of play all these mind games in order to satisfy, the very existence that you're now fulfilling, because you don't have a purpose if you haven't worked for it. If you don't have a powerful why, so what are you there for in the first place? And this is what socialism does. It plays ultimately with the tendencies of us to put in the work, yes or no. Because if you don't have merit anymore, what am I working for anyways? Right?
If you get rid of merit and meritocracy as systemic in our culture, ambition dies almost immediately. People have nothing to aim for, and they want a bunch of people who are completely demotivated, fat, uneducated, lazy, confused about who they are, what they are biologically, because those people have been divided and then infected with a mind virus, which of course are two very, very useful tactics when you want to conquer a race of people.
I mean, of course, you might feel like this is simplistic, like like we were saying, okay, we were watching a movie or like playing a game and saying, hey, I want to get jacked like this character. I want to look, as muscular as this hero or whatever. And then what? You would actually do
about how much you want it.
For a couple of weeks, maybe we would last even longer, but we would actually put in that work to look like that person. And then we would kind of acknowledge, okay, this is a lot of work, right? So I have to acknowledge, all right, he's a real pro. Like he deserves the money that he gets, or this is looking great. So it takes a lot of time to get there. And now finally you get some pattern recognition into your fucking brain. And you realize what people are actually doing in order to look like that, or to be in their job and to be in their position. And so this whole nonsense narrative, that's the patriarchy. Yes, that's the fault. Why is not for meritocracy or for
the way you said that was brilliant. That's the patriarchy.
We need the final solution on that.
We will find the final solution. We will exterminate them.
And also, if you work on stuff, just to close that thing off, why do we have actors like Jack Nicholson, and why do they amaze us so much?
So they can do a bunch of cocaine, have sex with why is he acting?
Why are they so great? Or Daniel Day-Lewis, for what it's worth, right? These actors, they go nuts with their work. They practice so hard. They go in all sorts of direction. They explore all sorts of irrational boundaries with their characters that they literally sometimes lose their mind, right? But this is the effort. This is the commitment. And
that's what happened to Ezra Miller. He just got too into character.
Yeah, that could be.
Really quick, let me read this. Justin Atkins, solo member for 6 months, says, I usually find feminine men kind of cringy, but Leon seems like one of the few that isn't that way.
Dun, dun, dun.
I got the same kind of masculinity as like Adam Sandler. I know I'll never be Brad Pitt, but I love masculinity, so I got to make things work with my charm and wit alone.
I think you're making it work, man. You're making
Adam
it work.
Sadler.
He's got the
Like,
Jesus hair,
it's
so
funny,
it's
but I
fine.
wouldn't call him witty.
Pyro Ronpa for 5 says, I like how deep and philosophical we can get because of Tifa's boobs.
Yeah.
Men have gone to war for boobs. Men have written books for boobs. Men can have deep philosophical exchanges regarding the complexities of life because boobs.
It's like I said, everybody in school when I was 12, it was like that South Park episode with baby's boobs.
Yeah. How many times as men have you had this experience where you're out and you see a beautiful woman, she walks by, you look back, and there's two other guys, and you all lock eyes with each other, and you just go, It doesn't matter what color you are, what your age is, that right there. We're all just moving.
Yep.
TJ, how close are we to go? Let me know. So I told this picture kind of good, Leon. Good.
Again, Salty's on a roll tonight. He said, "Men are like video games. Nobody wants the beta version."
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Oh man, look, just to show you how boobs bring success, this one place I went to have lunch at today, okay? Before the place got filled over, I noticed that 95% of the servers were really hot young women. And you know what's crazy? 20 minutes after I left, the whole fucking restaurant filled up quick.
So that's a Seinfeld episode. Were they only hiring big-breasted women?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
They're
or
all-
they had
but they
nice
all
curves
turn out
or
to be one
balance of the
guy's
two.
daughters and stuff.
There was one male server, but he was stuck in the kitchen. He probably one of the cooks that had to bring out a lot of food.
No,
'Cause
it's
he
like
was,
there's
you know,
one
hey,
guy, but it turns out all the big boobed
Yeah.
women are his daughters. But Elaine spends the episode getting really angry
Oh,
about him.
God.
Only big boobed women.
Oh,
So
my
Elaine
God.
gets all pissed off and feminist, and then it turns out that there's actually a biological reason for it.
Oh, goodness.
Can't have that anymore.
They're his daughters.
So also too, one of the arguments that particular side likes to say is that when characters are being designed or modeled after another person, they love to make the excuse of, when they're making a character, that they try to make it more realistic because you can't actually mimic the proportions. Like Mugen Lord made a video on this that I reacted to on Hypnocast. It was a really good video, where he proves and showcases a lot of examples, more than this picture shows, but that how for some reason the East is able to almost one for one all of these characters when they're modeled after real people. They one for one them almost no problem, and yet the West, for some reason, I don't even know who this second person. This is a travesty. Like, this is more of a travesty than the other two. Like, what
Yes,
the
that's
fuck?
true.
What the fuck
And
is
I
it?
played
How
that.
did
I
we
played
even-
that game,
Mass
and I
Effect.
stayed
Mass
away
Effect.
from the
Mass
female
Effect
character.
Andromeda.
How did we even get to this? This is
That's Sarah
bro.
Ryder.
If I was hurt, I would be fucking pissed, bro. Like, this is not even.
Like, how do you make him? How you make
Anyway.
you know what they should do? Like this thing, this achievement. When they make these terrible models, their computer should automatically manifest an achievement software that says achievement unlocked. You've made this woman fugly. Like, they should just do it.
Yeah.
Like, they should just have it.
Bro, that's
The trophy
insane.
can
This
be
is
called
not
fugly
even.
fun.
You shouldn't have even used her as a model if you were gonna go this far. If you were going to fuck her up this bad, like, why even use her as a model? Just get someone much.
Don't you think it would be kind of offensive to the women as well? It's like, you think that's what I look like?
Well, no, it's
That's
not
what
even
I
that.
mean.
It's not even
I
that.
worked
That's not even
hard
the
to
part.
become a model,
That's not even the part they should be mad at. They should be mad at the fact that people won't even, like, you say, oh yeah, sure, I was a voice actor or I was a model for this game, and then you show a picture of the fucking model, and they're like, bitch, it ain't you.
Yeah, that's not you at all. What are you talking about?
They're gonna think you're lying. That's how big of a that's how big of
Yeah.
a disparity we got going on here with this middle one. This one is
Yeah,
just
like,
all kinds of fucked
They
up.
gotta like, bro. Every time they say
Aloy,
like,
they made her fatter.
yeah, dude, I really
The
want
East
someone
kind
like
of
on a
fixed Ashley from Resident Evil 4. If you look at the bottom
Mhm.
left, like the East on Halle Bailey and her, they put her eyes a little bit closer together when they made the game. It was
Mhm.
good on them.
Yeah, what they need to do is like
Unhealthy,
some
man.
interviewer genuinely has to like put one of those ugly pictures like on a screen or something, and then be like, "Wait a minute, nah, you're kidding. You voiced that?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, I did." And then they're like, "No, you didn't. Say some." And then like they compare it to the voice recordings, and the dude just gets shocked, like as if he just discovered a fucking dinosaur existed.
If I met this girl and
Oh, God.
she said that she
Yeah,
was the model
yeah.
for this character, I wouldn't believe her. I'd be like, I don't
Yeah, I
see it.
wouldn't either.
Like, that's how
Like-
big of a disparity there is. It's not even close.
Again,
Which is just fucked up.
They got the
And
same
this
nose.
I mean,
I'll
it
give
is
them that.
changing though. It is changing because it's got so extremely obvious to everybody now. Like when women in games are coming out and it's like, that doesn't look anything like what it used to, or it doesn't look anything like the model. Or there's nothing attractive about this. It's getting so fucking on the nose and obvious that even Johnny fucking Normie is waking up to it, and that's why it's starting to switch.
But it's like, if you want fugly women, just hire fugly women, bro.
right, yeah,
Right.
I know
That's
that, but
what
they're
I'm
all
saying.
working in
They
the
don't
fucking
know
offices.
they don't do it because it's too on the nose.
If you
But do
want
you
to
think-
make
do
her
you
ugly,
think this
just
is an
why'd you hire
element?
her?
Do you think this is an element of that what do they call it, humiliation ritual, where they talk about putting
Mhm.
black men in dresses in Hollywood? This is maybe this is their way of doing this to attract women. Like, let me knock you down a peg by portraying you as hideous in a video game.
Again, women are doing this to women, right? This is not that
Exactly.
That's the crazy thing. They weaponize the women. They weaponize their mind. They uglified her. Then they eliminated merit, and by therefore they eliminated the biological competitive edge, which is crucial to survival. Because, guys, what we have to understand here, they are trying to rewire
Tombstone.
human beings.
I mean, basically,
they're
men tend to all like each other. If you get a group of dudes and they're all drunk, they'll be like hugging each other, be like, "Oh, you're my brother."
Yeah.
group of drunk women, or when they go out, they're all sober and stuff. At the start of the night, they're all like, "Oh, sweetie, you look fabulous, darling." By the end of the night, scratching each
They're
other's
lying
eyes
then
out.
too.
Because
The
Women
best
fucking
example,
hate each other.
I say the best example is if there's a group of women, they're all right, honey, yeah, you're great, and then they'll leave and go, that fucking bitch, I hate her. If
Yeah.
there's a
Yes,
group of
exactly.
guys, they'll be like, you jerk off,
You
blah, blah, blah,
faggot,
and then
I
they leave
fucking-
and they
yeah,
go,
I fucked your
God,
mom
I
last
love
night.
that guy, isn't
He's
he
my
nice?
best friend.
So we'll hate each other at our faces and then talk nice things behind
No,
our
it
back.
ain't even
It could
that
be
we
the
hate
That's
opposite
why I
sometimes.
said like the
Dude,
drunk
like
example, because a
my
group of
roommate, right?
guys.
I like to keep the house. I like to keep the house warm because I'm a small dude. I get cold easy. My roommate on the other hand, he's a bigger guy, and we're working on losing weight together. It's been fucking awesome. But he's like, dude, how are you cold? I was like, nah, it's just that I'm not fucking fat. Like, and he laughed at me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shot fired, yeah.
Just straight up.
We do that shit to each other all
Yeah, but
day
you work
long.
hard
but
to
when
not be
Not
fucking
too bad
fat.
at this
That's
one.
why you have to work
we
hard
do
to
that
stay.
shit to each other all day long, and yet when things hit the fans, we say, "Hey, that's my boy." You know what I'm saying? You,
Exactly.
you look at a guy like
I'm a
Ryan.
ride
I
or
mean, would you
die or
really
whatever,
take him
yeah.
out on a double date with a hairline like that? Of course you
Hell
would.
no.
But that's my guy.
Just say he's Steven Seagal's cousin, okay,
Hey.
and the pussy will
Hey.
roll, okay?
At least I don't have to roofie any women, Atreus.
Yeah, he just beat them up with a pistol. Dude.
You actually have to, Ryan. I'm not gonna lie to you. You actually have to.
Also, if I have
Doesn't have to,
like,
he's already got enough in his dungeon.
if I've
What
sometimes in the studio when we watch material of other actors or performers, when we work with the actors, I also show some reference material from other actors, of course, and actresses, and there is this pattern. Just very few females can watch the videos, and I observe them very closely, right, without starting to judge and pick apart and like nicking on the details and look at her, instead of just paying attention to the performance, to the creative value. Male clients, when they watch reference material, they watch it and they can, most of the time, they can, whether they jealously or openly admit it, but they're pretty honest about saying, oh, yeah, he made that great. That was like a great move. He played that. There is very little criticism and a lot of constructive thought about assessing like a competitor for a male. And for a female, it's way more difficult. Like, because of the emotional boundaries. And this is the thing, what they're doing with this whole neo-Marxistic movement is to weaponize their emotions, so they blend over their objectivity. And then we have female that are on fire, that think that they are right on some righteous crusade against this delusional conspiracy of the patriarchy. So they get weaponized in their minds, and they really believe that they are on a good crusade here to help the other females, but actually they're just placed in places of power as puppets for the agenda to work. Oh, look, we gave her a chance, and now they gave her all the toxic instruments that she needs to finally leash out on their competitive females that are also part of the company now. And so instead of producing content, it's like an internal continuous fight. Oh no, I'm gonna sabotage you here, and then I'm going to put you in this place, and then you can fail in this place, and then I'm going to sabotage you there with another one. And this is the fun that they have. Males would never do that, because for them it's like, you know what, to a certain degree, I want this company also to succeed. I want the audience to give them what they need and to make my customers happy. My personal interest in picking a competitor apart is less important than actually making the revenue and go home and call it a day.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Yeah.
Women always have a personal agenda when it comes to a big project, right? Like there's always a personal agenda. Men, like, it's always for the cause. You ever see like in video game studios when after they separate, like you get guys like take the Dead Space creators, right? Obviously they got gobbled up by EA, and then the core people who made the game separated. They go and start a new campaign, and you think it's about making money? No, it's not about making money, because if it was about making money, they would have stayed with EA. But see, they come together and they want to create passion projects, which the Callisto Protocol obviously wasn't what everybody expected it to be, but you could tell that there was love and passion in it. Otherwise, they just would have made it live service Dead Space. That's what happens when you get men to come together. Because
Atreus, I'll give you an example, because a very recent example as well, just to add on top of that. The last Epoch developers, they had the same story.
Dude, let it go.
No, I ain't letting go. God damn it. I'm making an example here. But these guys as well, they were just people who were passionate about ARPG games. And one day they just said, hey, let's fucking do it. And they did it. But they kept it consistent. and eventually their dream became a reality. That is just something that men do. They just want to strive to create something new if they don't agree with the status quo. It's just
now
a
where is
natural
our
thing.
all
To be fair,
female?
Dragon, women would do
all
that as well
female-
if it weren't for all that systemic
I know,
oppression.
but I'm
No,
talking like from
no,
this person.
no,
Not
they
as
wouldn't.
often as dudes.
I'm fucking
No.
joking.
Dudes. No,
No,
not
as
often
individuals.
dudes.
As individuals, they would, but as a group, you
As a
see,
group,
see it
no.
all the time on like social experiments, like Big Brother or Survivor or anything. These women every year they get together and say, "We need to get band together, and we can't, leak anything out. We're gonna get the men out. We're gonna have a women
Yeah.
finalist."
Never
They
happens.
all turn in each other within like minutes.
As
Because
individuals, great, but as like
Yeah.
as a group, no.
Biochemistry, they are
It's-
that's normal. They fight for our attention so we can give them life, right? This is how we are wired. And they fight for that competitive edge as well because they have an internal hierarchy.
Yeah,
I think
and shout out to Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to him. But he talked about that all the time. The women on Bear Grylls or Survivor, whatever it was.
Yeah,
They put the men on one side of the island and the women on the other side of the island, see who could survive the longest. And motherfuckers had to come in and help the women. They couldn't even clean their water. They were fighting. It was at each other's throat within a day. And the men had already built up clean water and a place to stay at night. You know what I'm saying? To protect themselves from the weather. They had it all under control, and women they're not capable of doing it. They rely on us to make it structured so they can operate within that structure. That's why they say the man builds the home and the woman makes the home a home, I suppose. But at the end of the day, if there's no home, then there's nothing for you to make a home. So until women realize that shit.
Yeah,
What do you think is going to happen
guys
if
build
this
the house,
is
women make
not
the
only,
home.
that's also
100%.
historically accurate. Like everyone talks about Greece and Greek mythology. A lot of people don't know the actual history is that before all the Greek mythology and stuff, Greece was a matriarchal system. How many people know about that or have any memories of that? They
I
didn't
do.
build any
Yeah.
statues
We're all black,
in
right?
I do, but I'm a weird who
everything
researches.
we know about
All
ancient
metrical
Greece
systems.
is that's what everything we know about ancient Greece was when the matriarchy was overthrown and the patriarchy took over. Because they're just better at doing that shit. Let's be real. You don't remember the matriarchy of Greece. There's no history there. Even though it
Leon,
literally happened.
don't get me started on going over like the ancient origins. I will control myself on that. But yes, you're correct.
If you want, otherwise
yeah,
on Tuesday,
he's
come
correct.
over to the open.
Yeah.
We're
Yes,
gonna
on Tuesday,
explore it.
come over to the show. Yes, where we will talk about maybe something like that.
There were all
But-
the Quran. You know why it's called the Quran, the holy book of the Muslims. It's the Quran tribe. There were like exclusively female tribes were the actually first recipients of the Quran religions. There were the Quranites that were living in the south there, and it was all a matriarchal system. Even if you go back to the Celtics, like the original idea of the Celtics were that you had you had this trinity of holy women, and out of there you had the whole tribe of druids serving that immaculate essence. And now here in the ancient time, not always, but you had a functioning system because the female was regarded as what she is, a holy, a gift, an absolute crazy universal matrix for life, right? We still are not really able to understand how that cell becomes the baby, and that's just a fucking amazing miracle.
I was told
right?
not to put pussy on a pedestal, so I don't know which I
No,
can't
it's
worship
not
it.
pedestal, but it's like
for hundreds of thousands of
role.
years, pussy was put on a pedestal.
Yes, and to recognize the
Hey,
role.
look, bro. If you want to, I always find it funny because I was originally going to say like those comments that I see some crazy women make about the patriarchy. Every time they say that, all I keep thinking in my head is, Jesus Christ, you really don't know your own history, because you just go back 200 years ago and somebody would have like literally beaten the crap out of you and told you to submit or be exiled and basically turn into a
tribes,
a sex slave in
Right.
some random brothel.
The
And if we go
Nazarene
further
thing.
back, you would just become a regular slave, or if the men, like
Everywhere.
when you think about it,
You had
things are
female
way
tribes
much
everywhere.
better than back then. Like if we're like at this point, there is no fucking patriarchy, just randomness.
The leaders of Sumeria and Babylon, they were all female. I mean, these all the Amazon tribes, the Sudan tribes of the south of there's all female tribes. So
that's why they collapsed then, Coach.
But by the way, can I
really,
just ask, like,
I
when did
really
we
wanna
turn
know-
into the whatever podcast just out of fucking thin air?
I was
Like,
gonna
we
say,
went from
I really hope
know
to
how-
Square Enix watching
I
this.
know.
They're like, wow,
Man,
we gotta
people
teach
watch that
respect,
shit.
and all of a sudden we turn this channel
How
into
the
a fucking
fuck
like
did we get here
existential
from
discussion
Tifa's
on
boob?
femininity.
I don't know. You tell
Like-
me, 2 Chains, Hypnotic.
We
All right,
could
just
do
tell
this.
me.
all
This
right,
is what
I'll
we
just-
do. Other
I'll
podcasts
just
talk about the
finish-
subject. We talk about the meta around the subject. It's what
Yes,
I'll
we're
just
of course.
say that-
We're philosophers.
beautifully put. Will.
Tradition is tradition because it works, and the truth is reality based.
And then
Thank
Ryan
you for
plugs
that.
his show.
Fair enough.
Well,
Formula. This
somebody's
is our
got to plug
formula.
his show. Somebody has to do it.
I'm in the
Let me catch up on
1930s
super chats.
now.
Hold on, let me catch up
Oh,
because
yeah.
a lot has happened. Congrats, Ryan. I think Ryan's gonna hit 2K by the end of next year for sure.
Hey, if somebody
End of this year, you twat.
End of next year. Equinox for 20. Thank you, Phil. Actually, that's the Doom song. What am I doing? Ryan, if that's how you dance, that explains why you can't get a woman. Holy shit.
That's the octopus
See?
mating dance.
Guys love to smack talk.
Even Trump
Doom
dances
wants
better
to-
than that. Jesus Christ. All right, no
Jesus
one will want to
Christ.
strive to look like Western female in video games for modern audiences. Show those cloud smiles for more women like Tifa. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a
Yes.
member of this channel, we have
Pocket
creepy cloud
protector.
smiling emojis now. Every time you see boobs, you have to use those emojis. That's
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
rule. We made that a rule.
bubs.
So make sure you guys do that.
Yeah.
Angry Badger for some reason dropping a 20 during the stream. I have no idea why.
It's just boob. He's just providing tribute for the boobs.
Tribute.
You look like the fucking thing that flails in the wind outside of a dealership. What are you doing?
Wacky wave against inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Man.
Come in and buy a Honda. Like, that's what I feel like I'm looking at. What the
Right
fuck?
now.
Angry Badger dropping a
Except
20
he's
back.
doing it in front of a KKK lab.
Seriously.
A lab? I don't think those rednecks are smart enough to fucking own a lab, homie.
Definitely
I
not.
have the
Hey, they
biggest
can own
all
meth
of
labs.
you.
Have you seen them work that
Biker
shit?
meth. Biker meth.
It's the pocket
Uh,
protector with all the pins for me. He looks like the last boss if he was the nerd boss. I love it.
Thank you, Angry Badger. I appreciate it, man. Didn't have to do that.
I love the honey badger stuff because like honey badgers in real life, they're fucking
Bastard.
relentless, bro.
Honey
They
badgers are
take on
fake
fucking
badgers.
tigers.
They're closer to the weasel family. They're not even
Bro.
real badgers.
Honey
Bro, they-
badgers. are black men's badgers.
Dude's not even a real badger.
No.
It's a killing machine in disguise.
Racer 13 for $1.99. Says, yeah, totally. I agree with that shit for real.
Oh, I guess what we were talking about earlier.
Probably. I'm not sure. We were going all philosophical. And T-Jep Steve dropped 5. Gifted. Not a membership. Yo, T-Jep's going nuts lately.
They really want live action Hypno, don't they?
I guess they do.
I didn't
They
even
want
know
it
you
early.
started doing that again.
Want more live action hypno
they
than we
give
do
you
live
headaches
action
before?
art, though.
Yeah, and they give me headaches now.
Those fucking goggles. I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. I don't know how these people do when they go
Still,
to like
it's kind of
raves.
cool. It's
The
kind of
people
retro.
who go to like raves and shit, and they wear like these goggles for fucking hours on end. I'm like, how do you do it? How are you alive?
They're on
Ollie.
ecstasy.
They
They can't
I was
probably-
tell.
gonna say it's because you're on fucking
Ecstasy
drugs.
or,
That's
or, or
Yes,
snorted
yeah,
a big
yes,
load of
yes,
cocaine,
yes.
you know, like one of those
Yes.
two.
I fucking die, bro. Absolutely die. Ray Short 13. Thank you, TJ, by the way. Ray Short 13 for a $4.99. Says,
Oh,
yeah, this year is
You're
out.
gonna make fucking T-Gap or someone donate again with an extra cent just so it doesn't bother them.
Yeah,
'cause
because
we're
they
at-
don't
what are
like
we at,
the
a penny?
uneven numbers.
We're at 123 and 2 cents from goal. 123.
Oh
and
no,
2
not
cents.
the 2 cents.
The 2
Oh
cents.
god, someone's
just
gonna
feels a
We
hell of a
get
drop.
123.02 in an hour and 5 minutes, folks, for live action Hypnotic.
I think we can. But can we do it like
Let's
closer to the
go.
30-minute mark? Like, I would really appreciate that. 30-minute mark would be great.
I feel like Cass
All right.
said that like the clip. Ecstasy is a hell of a drug. Like the cocaine is a hell of a drug.
snap it into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah, just do that shit.
Oh yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about something we can all universally hate, because I think that's when we really like
Oh,
get together and do it well.
Oh,
Let's talk about the Mary Sue. The Mary
Oh,
Sue.
these
Yes.
fucking pricks.
yes.
Soon to be another shutdown website just like Vice.
They put
Well,
Velma
actually,
on
shouldn't
the
happen to a
fucking
more deserving
thumbnail.
bunch
I
of
looked
pricks.
into this. No, they're not. They're doing pretty well right now financially. So that's good news for us.
Here's the
Are they
Very
really
good
doing
news.
well?
They-
Any
I
financially?
quick
looked it
dumb
up last
articles that we
week.
can cover?
Why are they doing well financially? I'm curious. Do you know?
So they're doing well financially because they had a lot of money dumped into them by Australia, because Australia is still very big on this ESG wokeness trend.
Got it. Okay, so they're not actually doing well financially; they just have good donors.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
I got you.
I met
They're
her.
in
That's only
no
gonna-
danger
that's
of
only
shutting
gonna
down right
last.
now, which means we got content for days, boys.
Oh yeah, of course. Thanks for visiting. No, I'm not going to stay with my ad blocker for you. I'm not going to
the
pay
ad
you.
blocker shit.
I refuse to pay you, Mary Sue.
I
Yes.
met the adult. I met the adult version a couple of weeks ago.
Of who? Oh,
What's the
Did
name
you?
of this actress again?
I have an
Oh,
ad
Emma
blocker. Why
Watson?
am I getting ads?
Yeah.
oh, yeah. It's because
Hey, hey, do you pay for your ad blocker?
No, I don't.
no,
was-
but it gets
I need
regularly
a link.
updated.
She was
I
really
need a
nice.
link.
I didn't like.
Oh,
really-
it's like an
It's just a
extension you
Google
can
extension,
get.
right?
It's called
I
ad
have
block.
an extension, but they keep trying to charge me, so I'm still getting ads.
Oh,
That's weird.
which one do you have though? I have ad block. I have ad block, just regular one. They want me to upgrade to plus, but like I never do, and it still gets updated, and I never donate. There are some kind souls that do donate to keep them afloat, but I don't.
The best
I
part
can't
about
be
this
bothered.
is that it's all cope, because I covered this early. Not them, because fuck the Mary Sue, but just what David Zaslav said. It's not like they're just working lightly with her. She's a full-on partner, and it's going to cause them
Right.
all
Oh,
to
yeah.
melt down.
It's the same thing with Peter Jackson and these upcoming like Warner Brothers films for Middle Earth. Same thing.
Well, so
Yeah,
I don't
seriously.
know. I'm actually a bit confused about what's going to happen with this show, because I know that. So how do I want to word this? I know that Harry Potter, modern day Harry Potter anyway, is going to be what most people will probably define as woke, right?
Yes.
At least based off like what
Mhm.
the way we
What we
use the
know,
word, right? But I also know that the controversy that is surrounding J.K. Rowling, fueled by people who are just absolutely retarded and have no idea what she actually stands for, I think that is going to probably counteract whatever backlash they might get for whatever wokeness might be in a show. Just like what happened with Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy, for all intents and purposes, was pretty damn woke. It had, you could make a tranny if you wanted to. It had a tranny character in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there was a pretty decently.
You
What's up?
did, didn't you?
Well,
Did you
I
see
feel
the
as
college
though-
professor
I
and the
feel as
college
though
student?
Harry Potter.
Real quick, did you see the
Potter
college
is-
professor that debunked the whole she's transphobic? That he said, "Show me where she said something."
Yeah,
different," but
yeah,
he
yeah,
could
yeah.
not
He's
find it,
great.
and he had to
great.
capitulate.
Doesn't
That
exist.
he just went along with it. But you were
Yeah.
right. I believe the mere involvement of her will make it so these crazy people can't even sign on to the project because she's there. So yeah, just her involvement might keep people away from
Well,
really messing with it.
But I have
Trace,
good
go ahead. Trace, go ahead.
So-
And I want to say something. Go ahead, Trace.
I don't know. I think Harry Potter is a brand that's like I think you really have to be careful with the word woke here, because when you think about the brand that is Harry Potter, it just makes sense. If the sheer and being inclusive is considered woke, I don't know if it's going to be. I wouldn't define it as that, because it's a school of wizardry. The assumption is
Right.
that there's going to be all types of
A
people
grand
in that
wizard.
school. If it's like a college, right? Because we all know college is going to be.
It's
Yeah.
if it's
all
preachy
over
or
the
not.
Well,
if
here's-
it's
If it's
preachy or
or
not.
not, or is it like for the
Here's the
Force?
thing.
Is it relevant for Luke Skywalker to be a tranny or not? Like, like there are certain sexual
God,
tropes
don't give
that,
him ideas.
that yeah, I know that with certain movies they don't make any sense because they
Casting will let us
in
know.
Star it's not important for a magician what he thinks his sexuality is or what he himself identifies with. As a magician, you have to identify with magic, with summon demons and capturing demons.
Unmolesto.
Right.
The
it's-
point is where they make this. They may not have diversity inclusion, which means they can hire people for the role, not because they have to hire people. And then it'll depend on who they cast as the main three, who they swap around. If they just do, if it's faithful casting, that's a good sign.
Yes, that's a good sign.
Well, that's why I said specifically, I choose my wording very carefully with this, because that's why I said this show is going to be, by modern definition of woke anyway, probably considered woke. A lot of the things they're going to do with it, that I know they're going to do with it, I already know it's coming. and some people are in real denial about it. I don't know why. Like it's definitely
No, it
coming.
looks like it.
That is going to be counteracted, in my opinion, by the controversy with J.K. Rowling. Whether or not it carries it through and through, like it did with Hogwarts Legacy, I don't know, to be honest with you. That's why I'm so confused about this, because I don't know if it's going to be one way or the other. And normally you can see it pretty easily which way it's going to be. Like Madam Web, we fucking knew that thing was going to be absolute trash fire. We knew that. Rings of Power knew it was going to be trash fire. Witch of Blood Origin knew it was going to be trash fire. Velvet, same thing. Like you know, but with this one it's a little hard because, like I said, it's gonna have the shit in there that people say they hate, but then they also really hate the fucking activists and the LGBTQ community. So now you have a choice, right? Like, what do you hate more, the wokeness, or do you hate the people who perpetuate that shit?
We all apparently have a different definition of woke. People think Reacher is woke because there's women beating up men, even though those same women get beat up by men. So I don't think it's woke.
And they're former military too. That's the best part.
That's what I said.
There's something to explain it.
In it, like woke tendencies,
it's not woke
by modern definitions.
Yeah.
That's
The
what
woke is cultural Marxism. That's what it means.
Here's another magic
agenda over story and
awareness of
character.
inequality, but now it just means
You got a new magic
Like
word,
for
right?
the fact that I know that probably Hermione's going to be black in this show, most likely. A lot of people look at that like on a normal day, they'll probably look at it like, oh, that's pretty woke. Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
She's very clearly defined to be white.
That would be woke though, because she's described in the books as being
pale,
white, despite the fact that J.K. Rowling wants to deny that.
She'll point out that no, she's not described as skin. She just described it having buck skin, buck
to
teeth,
write it like that back
bushy
then,
hair.
I have another.
Wrote her as white.
I have another magic spell. Nomo homo. Nomo homo.
Homosexuality.
Harry Potter could because people are so bad. Because people are so bad at defining what woke is.
You're a bigot wizard, Harry.
I am. Harry, you're a bigot.
People that claim that X-Men was always woke, for example, always go back to like, oh, well, there was always diversity in X-Men. Like having diversity doesn't make something woke. Harry Potter's the same way. Hermione was always a strong, capable, awesome female character. So was McGonagall. So was Bellatrix Lestrange on the evil side. Like there was, if people want to watch the new Harry Potter and attribute, oh, it's woke. Look how badass Hermione was. Well, no, Hermione was always badass, but she still has character flaws.
Well, and they gave a lot of her scene. They gave a lot of Ron's scenes from the books to Hermione in the movie. So there's a chance to fully adapt it. Yeah, whether Hermione is black, like in the stage play, is gonna fucking tell us a lot of things. Because even if JK isn't woke, she is a traditional fucking progressive.
She's a feminist.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how you know it's coming.
Liberal,
she cares about her own work enough to want it adapted as correctly as possible. And if that is
I believe that too, sort of. The stage play makes me question what the fuck she was, but I think she sort of said, it's the stage play.
I think she sometimes gives a fuck. I think she's very clever and she's playing her positions very cleverly.
I think so too, yeah.
I think once she's there and the other day she's somewhere else with her opinion. Like she became very big. Guys, I mean, officially she has earned more money than Queen Elizabeth, right? It's not true, by the way. This is like they say this to kind of, because nobody earns more money in the United Kingdom than the Queen of England. But she has made, but with the money that she's earned,
gonna make more.
Yes, nice. She is in some sort of a political position. If you earn that much money, you are a political player. You have to make some compromises. You have to find consensus with some people you usually wouldn't love to find consensus with. You have to come down to terms with people you usually don't like to negotiate with. So
she's also rage farming. She also posts those tweets. She knows what she's doing. She even said she's getting the champagne crates ready. She knows what's going to happen.
Yes.
So I was going to say that if Warner Brothers is smart, okay, which I hope that they might be after Hogwarts Legacy. If Warner Brothers was smart, I think they would realize that the rage farming of that particular side will bolster this show's success by
Zaslav
a large
seems to understand
margin.
He seems to understand what's happening.
So
he saw it
will
with
probably feed into
Batgirl when he canceled it.
Yeah, they're probably going to.
Zaslav has also talked about how committed they are to diversity and shit. I can't peg down.
Yeah, but that might be what the coach MC was just saying. He has to say that shit, but really, look at what he's also hiring JK to be like a 50 partner, so he fucking knows. He knows.
Yeah, I hope that's the case. Zaslav is just such a weird character to peg down because he's kind of like Elon Musk. He's played both sides very well.
Zaffron's weird.
Zaslav is just doing this strategy with with J.K. Rowling, with the Harry Potter universe, and with Peter Jackson and anyone involved in Lord of the Rings films with their upcoming Middle-earth movies. Because if you guys remember, when they made that merger of Warner Brothers and Discovery, and they became Warner Brothers Discovery, they were in massive debt. So this is the strategy to either get out of that debt or significantly reduce it. What I'm trying to say is that is at least the master plan at this moment.
They said they have to focus and double down on all their franchises. That means Harry Potter. They said it's gonna be 10 years, a decade of this shit. They have to get it right.
Oh, great.
I have more magic spells.
Oh God! Fetus deletus?
No, that's a good one. Slayer Chomo and Expelly Darkness.
Are you writing this shit down?
Yes. Fetus deletus.
Remind me to never play D&D with Ryan.
Oh man, I would love to play D&D.
By the way, Will was right. I'll say at least JK finished the fucking books.
That's true.
Yes.
Well, actually, somebody else said that before me.
$9.99.
Well, it's true.
I hate donating.
We still love you, Ray. Okay, don't worry.
He hates donating, but he donated like 3 times.
I know. He did say he's drunk.
I think you need to keep showing me how much you hate donating.
Yeah, though he is drunk though. So yeah, that's
Donate
probably the
like
way
you
to go.
hate.
What did I do?
I appreciate you. I don't know how close we are to goal now, but we're pretty close. We're getting close down to the wire. Down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. So all right.
Good show, The Wire.
In terms of the Harry Potter show.
What does that sound?
What sound?
No, I just heard some weird like hissing sound in the background.
No.
It's that fucking snake. It's back to catch that monkey.
It's back to strangle someone.
I don't care. I'm sorry. In terms of the show, right? So again, I'm curious to see where it's going to go in terms of whether or not it's going to overshoot because of the drama or whatnot. If David Zaslav is smart, he would farm the drama. J.K. Rowling, we already know she's going to farm the drama because she's not stupid. But I do think that they're going to make some questionable decisions in this show. That's going to end up telling whether or not it's going to be a show that's going to last long or not. I mean, they have the source material for a long time, right? So they're just adapting one book a season. That's like as simple as you could get. If you fuck that up, I don't know how you fuck that up.
There's no reason to cut out the same shit that they cut out. That's the 6 extra fucking hours of like really good character moments and scenes to keep in.
Where it gets questionable, though, for me, is that whether or not they're going to go the Final Fantasy route and start changing things to basically subvert expectations, kind of a thing, right?
Do you think she would change it so he ends up with Hermione, which she has said she wishes she had written that by the time she got to the end? You think she might do that?
She might, but I feel like it makes way more sense for her to end up with Ron. It just makes
me too, because they would always be off together, and of course they're but
it's better.
It kind of gives Harry's story. Yeah, it kind of gives Harry's story throughout the entire books up until the very end, anyway, where he eventually gets married and has a kid. But
he joins the Weasleys, didn't he?
It gives him the lonely hero aspect, right? Like he is by himself, even though he has friends and he has family. Ultimately, though, like everybody else has somebody, he's by himself, and that makes his story even more tragic. So by making him together with Hermione, it's gonna be kind of stupid.
I just want
that would be stupid because Hermione doesn't have a family either by the end of it, because she fucking makes her parents forget her existence when they go off.
But she still has Ron at the end.
If Harry ends up with Hermione, then the two of them
goes back. She unobliviates their memories at the end.
Does she unobliviate them?
I don't remember that.
She does. She goes back.
Okay. I don't remember her actually doing it. Oh, well, because my argument was going to be that Harry gets a family if he ends up in the Weasley family, whereas with Hermione, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love hearing Hypno talk about Harry Potter because it's so fun to hear you talk about shit you're passionate about. Like, as much besides manga, which I know you're super passionate, but like I always forget. I think a lot of us do that. You're a legit Harry Potter fan, so like hearing you talk about this is awesome.
Well,
Harry Potter's awesome.
I don't know, man. I get a little worried because, like I said, I know, like I love what J.K. Rowling has done, but I also know who J.K. Rowling is, and that's the unfortunate thing. People tend to forget who she actually is because she just happens to disagree with trannies on the whole like biological spaces thing. Suddenly people try to martyr her as being on one side or the other, and that's not the fucking case at all. Like, she's
I have a question for you, Hypno. Do you think they're going to cast Jude Law in this series as an older Dumbledore? I'm wondering that.
Do what? Say it again.
If they're going to cast if they're going to cast Jude Law to play the older version of Dumbledore. I'm curious what you think about that.
You're gonna lock Jude Law in for 10 years?
I
That's a
mean,
long time.
how old is he again? Hold on, let me look this up.
Probably about a little like
He would
40s.
Yeah, no, he's 51, so he
Oh,
would be
51? Oh, he looks
61
good for
by the
51.
time. Yeah, he would. I don't know when the show would start, but he would be
the year
early
and a
50s.
half. It's supposed to be 2026 is release for the first.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So
He
they have
would
to
be-
fucking start right
yeah,
now.
he would be 52 and a half. So I mean, yeah, I could see it working. Him playing an older.
I bet you they
an
get
old
unknowns.
Dumbledore, like I always when I was reading the books, thought of him as like ancient, like this motherfucker is older than time. Like
Adam
like
Driver
like
as
Merlin.
Snape.
I mean,
he is old.
Dumbledore is like
everyone keeps
140 or something. But
He's supposed to be
by the
older.
time- Oh, way older than that. Yeah. So, because I didn't know this until I had to do some research. Apparently, wizards in this universe can live for a really fucking long time thanks to magic.
Well,
Talk about
You-
white
Well,
power.
yeah, I mean Dumbledore's pretty damn old, isn't he?
I think it's
think-
like Star
yeah.
Wars lifespan where like average age is like 120, 140.
Yeah.
If you
Something
if
like
you're
that.
clean living as a wizard, unless you're like Nicholas Flamel and you have the Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone.
Or fucking
Ah,
Voldemort.
Nice, Nicholas.
I
Flamel.
think we need
Voldemort.
someone that's
I mean,
like-
Immortal by
That guy
three
fucking
fine.
lived a long time too,
Oh,
What's so
Nicholas
funny is the
Flamel
Collider article on this wouldn't even say her name. They referred to her as she who shall not be named. It's like just
Oh,
say
yeah,
it.
they
that's
do that.
J.K.
gay.
Rowling.
That's fucking
Coward.
gay.
Fucking
J.K.
hilarious.
Rowling
those pussies.
actually accidentally retconned the age of Dumbledore, if I remember correctly.
Did
Oh,
she?
really?
She kind of fucked up. Yeah, because in an
Let me
interview,
look it up.
I believe she said he was 150 years old, and then eventually on the website, if you look it up, he actually dies at about 115 years old.
Just
Something
like,
like that.
isn't he like in his
On her
20s in
website,
the
she
early
says that.
1900s? Like
Yeah,
Like,
so
he was born in
1900s.
1881, and he
1881,
died on
yeah.
There you
October
go.
19, 2000.
Yeah. So they're trying. So they're basically saying that. Yeah. So by the way, I always wondered.
He was born in 1881.
81.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the wizard. Yeah. So basically, the wizards in this
That's,
universe.
that's a
use magic.
sigil. That's a sigil number. 1818 is a magical number because it's it doesn't matter how you play it.
1488.
It's a
Coach is
it's
casting
mirror.
a spell, guys.
So yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
spell in itself, right? And because you have 4 letters involved, right? The A and the H, so it's double H and double A. That's a very powerful combination. So if you want to create a sigil, like a magical spell or bound to an artifact, 18 would be a great number to start with. Also because it's 9.
So what's the worst they could do? Just play the game. Black Hermione and they make Dumbledore like openly gay and make it a fucking social plot point, which it never was in the books. Like
Yes, yeah.
For
That's
me,
a
I
fear?
think if they focus, so my biggest issue is that if they try to, I guess the word would be humanize Dumbledore in a way. So for me, Dumbledore, what made him so interesting was that he was very enigmatic. Like he
mysterious. You
very-
didn't know
very
why
to
he was doing what
himself,
he was doing.
quiet.
Yeah.
You don't know exactly what or the reasons why he was doing what he was doing.
Well, like Gandalf.
He made his moves very quietly in the background. You only really found out about them right at about the time where you found out about Snape. And for me, if you humanize him, that's gonna take away that whole mysterious factor of Dumbledore.
Snape is who I
would
think they
really
should-
hate that.
Humanize just slightly more because a lot of people missed the point of like, oh no, yeah, like he's sort of a piece of shit, but he's not really a piece of shit.
He's not
like-
a piece of shit. He sacrificed his life.
Oh no, he's totally a fucking piece of shit to Harry.
Yeah, no, he's
because
a
he
piece of
resents-
shit.
no,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not taking away.
To
He's
Harry,
but
yeah,
also,
yeah.
but
owning a
also,
married woman. So,
but also he did do some good things. He's not a complete.
Yes, no. Ultimately, he helped the rebellion to survive. He's like the one in this, in the Death Star that implemented that bug, that original bug
Yeah.
that ultimately is responsible for taking.
But coach,
the down.
think about this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, but
who's going to
Hunter
replace
Biden-
Alan Rickman? That's fucking hard.
Nobody can
He
replace
nailed
Who the hell
Snape.
gets
Ever,
a death
like
penalty
that.
like that?
Snape's supposed to be way younger.
What-
Snape's supposed
was
to
it
be
the
like
seventh?
30s.
Yeah,
Snape-
There
I
aren't
know,
really
but-
that many good deadpan actors left now that you mention it. I'm trying to
Adam
think of
Driver. I
some.
was
No.
not kidding. I think he could totally play
Maybe
Snape.
actually Adam Driver.
yeah,
could
that
do
wouldn't
it.
be like the worst choice. I agree, but the thing is, I
I
think
mean, it
Adam-
would just be Kylo Ren again, but
yeah, it would be Kylo Ren again. They
I think he's the one dude that got away from that. He's got no
Yeah.
problem. Oscar Isaac too, basically, have no problem still getting work and
No,
playing other characters.
no.
I don't
Is
see him as
too woke.
Yeah, but Oscar Isaac keeps taking, aside from Leto and Dune, he keeps taking shitty Disney roles. Like, what the fuck, Oscar? Learn your damn lesson.
No, he can't. It's a
What was the last
contract,
Disney
man.
one he
And
took?
they don't-
Coach is like, no, he cannot.
Star
He
Wars,
can,
he
he can.
did
He signed a
Moon Knight.
contract. You don't.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't get it. If you sign a contract in Hollywood at those levels, you I know for a fact that there are, so I won't disclaim the names because it's not fair. There are certain people, they need to call their agent before they get out of their house to get permission to get out of their house. I'm not joking here.
That's why Dakota Johnson fired her agency.
There are certain celebrities, and I'm not just talking actors in LA, they need to call their agency to get the permission to get out of their house. This is how much they are slaves of that network. So there is no, hey, I want to play a different role. You know, you play the roles, this is the contract, and they make it so appealing to you. They will change the narrative. They say, oh no, we got a new thing. There's this new trend coming up. You're perfect for this role. We're going to get you a perfect side star. It's going to be amazing. Don't worry. And then, you know, they fuck him up. And at a certain point, he recognizes the threat, but he doesn't care anymore if you're in too deep because you get a lot of money for it. And you sold your humility anyways. And therefore, at a certain point, you don't care anymore.
Well, I love how much like because we're talking about casting ideas and things like this. And how many times when we talk about movies or TV shows do we say, "I hope they go with an unknown"? Because we're so fucking tired of seeing these actors now that we know their politics. We don't want to see them in these products.
I don't want to see their social media. That's
not their. It's not necessarily their politics. They get told to repeat the story.
Okay, but the result is the same. I don't want to fucking hear them anymore.
Yes.
So
I totally agree. I can't hear them anymore. Also because they feel like you're listening to a soulless, like denigrated record of a void, a demon.
If you'd have told 10-year-old Leon you will hate listening to Mark Hamill speak,
I can't
he would have
stand it.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's incredible.
And nowadays,
me hating Boba Fett, I would never have thought in my fucking mind that I would have like hated.
I'm convinced Ryan Johnson was like he must be a secret Trump supporter, and that's why he did that to Luke because he just fucking hated Mark Hamill. And now maybe I was too harsh on him. I'm sorry.
It was so bad. Badger came up with like a
that
conspiracy in his head that it was all planned.
That's why he had him drink the green titty milk. It was because of his social media.
No, but
that's why he died when he went in astral form combat.
He OD'd on the.
Even if we're talking about artists that you think that are super hardcore and mega rebels or like really, really tough people, even those people need to make the phone call. And so it's crazy how
them. Yeah. You don't hear Keanu Reeves on Twitter. You do not hear Jeremy Renner on Twitter because they're not about that. I don't think they're bought. I don't think they're controlled. The people that want to go and make it, they are bought and controlled for sure.
They exited the system. They said we're gonna move to another place. We're gonna exit the social media system. We're not gonna make any political statements anymore. We're gonna do the necessary political.
That is the way. That is the way to not piss off
Jeremy
everyone.
Renner survived getting run over by a fucking ice shredder. Was that correct?
Yeah.
Like
snowplow.
At that point, snowplow. Yeah. After surviving that, I think at that point you just don't give a shit about threats.
If you look
anymore.
into Jeremy Renner's life, maybe that was a message to him, right? That thing that happened to him. So you know, you never know why these things are happening to these celebrities, and it's a crazy world out there.
Keanu lost a lot too. You know,
Jeremy Renner was also the only one who refused to apologize for making sexist jokes about Black Widow. Like. Yeah, because he's a fucking G. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but like it was Captain America. I can't stand that fucking actor. It was Chris Evans. Chris Hemsworth and Jeremy Renner. They were all talking about the slut of the team is Black Widow, and then everyone threw a fucking fit about it. And so Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth were all like, "Oh yeah, we're sorry. We shouldn't have made those jokes." And Renner was like, "I also apologize for making jokes about a fictional comic book character that doesn't exist in real life." Like he went straight up.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's also when Brie was doing her whole, "I like to use my platform," blah blah blah. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just a nothing actor. I don't know. I'm just here to make." But he's completely undermined everything she said.
And we wonder why a snowplow ran him over.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like it fell on him, and he was talking to his nephew or something, and he leaned out, and the thing broke, and the override broke, and it crushed half his body. Like,
dude,
he should never have walked again, and now he's filming again.
Yeah, I mean, what a miracle, right?
Boss move.
Rod 689 gives one membership.
So you can tell a lot of people's politics is you just never hear them. Pick an actor. If you've never heard them talk about their politics online, you could probably guess what their politics are.
Yes.
Rayshirt 13 for $9.99 says boobs. Ryan secretly loves woke. I agree with that.
He was asking what to comment.
I'm outside of the gas station.
They said just roast Ryan or Leona.
It'll be.
He was like, "What should I write?"
Guys, the crazy thing. Please look up Like
These-
Leona sausage from
These
Germany.
are all my
You could-
culture war medals. I got a black one for taking out one of Atreus's people.
You look
got a
like a
few red
concentration
ones
camp
here.
accountant.
Taken out.
Medal for every.
You're gonna
for
make
every
Leon
woke
die
act.
from
In
like vape
Minecraft?
infusion.
That was fucking funny.
Well, can you walk back, please? I lost the count. You are. Yes, Samuel. Yes, I got
Can
it.
you put the
Fighter
body
pilot,
back?
He's got his
I
kill
lost
count on his
count.
chest.
Bring back
Horrible.
patient 200025.
Oh no.
I got the final solution.
I
I
cannot.
forgot to write the cause of death.
I
We asked
cannot
the questions.
write woke films because I cannot afford woke films.
You can't afford.
Maybe you should inject some ESG into your channel. Get the money.
You need some Jedi training, some justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion.
Right now.
Oh no.
Would
He's
you say
marking
that again?
himself.
The Jedi.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
Jedi
Badger.
training. That's real.
Say that again.
Justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. That's actually what the WGA has. Jedi training. They force
Yes,
their people
it's
to go
true.
to.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's
Somebody
a
Film
real
threat
thing,
has
yeah.
really been
This
given
is
to
Ryan.
communities.
Every time there's a fucking super chat. This is Ryan.
This is right.
Yeah. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
That's right, I'll tell you.
The secret to painting your face, folks,
You're gonna
is
have
to put a
no
little
fucking
bit
voice.
on, then rub it all over your face.
Do it all
Whoa,
over,
whoa.
coward.
What do you do with
If you
sperm?
do it often
Atreus,
enough,
where's the
it
pause,
turns
man?
into blackface.
We need to pause. This is pause.
Start getting casted in every adaptation. Just,
Oh,
just fill it all
And
in.
if you want to be a Native
Oh,
American, you
this is
put
bullshit.
on red.
A tra- You look like
What do you
an
do if you wanna be a
Indian who just got
massive faggot?
married.
Put it in the middle. You could be Charmaine Obey-Chinoy, make men uncomfortable.
Oh,
thank you. I'd love to
woo.
make
I
you
want to make men
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
It's my
I honestly can't wait for that movie to come out. I'm curious to see how much.
You're making
how
I
much-
men
really-
uncomfortable.
was
yeah.
just I forgot.
The Charmaine Obey-Chinoy's Ray Skywalker movie. We
I'm
got to get
sorry,
through the
but her
accolade,
name-
bro. The wacko light. Leslie Headland. You know, Harvey
Oh,
Weinstein's
yeah.
personal
I love that.
assistant that totally
Are you
didn't
gonna
know
be
what was
watching
happening.
that for content at all, Badger? Because I'm not. I'm fucking out. I'm not even watching Star Wars for content anymore.
Am I going
Are
to
you?
watch the Acolyte?
Yeah.
I will.
Gleefully.
I will
Gleefully.
join
Charmaine
you,
Obey
so much
Chinoy.
fun
Badger,
watching
I
that.
will
From-
join you in
God
shitting
damn
on
it.
it.
It's going to
I've
be so
even made a
bad.
clip.
It's going to be so
Apart
bad.
from being a massive misandrist bitch, Charmaine Obey-Chinoy's name sounds like someone speaking in tongues when they've been possessed by the devil or something.
You know, you're
magic
magic
spell.
I think we need to have a conversation where finally can make movies where men feel uncomfortable about being
I
men.
like to make men feel uncomfortable.
The sad thing is, they'll point out that was from 8 years ago, and she was talking about men that literally set women on
Welcome to
fire.
the
It
race.
was.
Yeah,
she
I
was.
actually
How can I
defended
help
her
you?
for that.
She sort of said
But
it
she
again
has made
in
a
the
lot
correct
of other
context.
statements.
Yeah, and she's talked about playing the female card, and no,
Yeah.
I
She's-
pretend to be
she's-
a good little Pakistani girl. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
amazed
oh,
the
God.
Muslims
You have
haven't
way too-
stoned her to death.
Oh
I
God.
love the fact that he did the head waving
why
thing
she's
when
a
he
sc-
did
well,
the
because you
accent
have
as
to
well.
do it because
You have to do it like me, you have to do it properly.
Don't
That's
do it.
right.
It doesn't sound good. No, you have to do it. Yes, you have to do it. You have to shake the head. If you
It's
don't
like
shake
a
the head,
poo
you
in
don't
the
touch
sentence.
anyone.
No,
I did 24 hours at the Quickie Mart. I thought
No
there'd be some
consent.
sort of
No
bumblebee.
consent. I want to make you all feel uncomfortable. No consent. All right.
Here it is.
Please.
Where
You
is
sound
it?
like a German trying to sound.
Share my screen.
That
Share
was
my
good.
screen. Here you go. Hello, your Titumoto. What seems to be the trouble? No, the name is 100% authentic.
Don't walk into the lava. No. Don't walk
Sound-
into lava. It's not good for
Sourdough.
you.
Sourdough.
We had to do it.
You find the ring?
That was so
No,
funny.
no. His name is
The
not
ring is
ring.
100% authentic.
Please return the ring to its owner, please, immediately.
Have you tried plugging the ring in and unplugging it? It
No,
might
don't
don't
do
do
it.
it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
Alright,
turn off
alright.
ring.
If
No,
you
don't
are
throw ring
invisible
in
when you're
Mount Doom.
putting
No,
the
don't
ring
throw
on,
ring in
that
lava.
means the ring functions.
What is he
You
doing?
know, your Titumoto.
Why is one of the Nazgul wearing prison shirts?
I actually saw an interesting story.
My name is go to the Department of Sauron.
Duplicating with the dollar. I appreciate
You
it.
motherfuckers are really racist.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are.
you are true to
We
Morgan. My
cannot
name
help
is
it.
Josh.
We cannot help
Yeah,
it. This is
You realize,
this is
Morgan
things of power.
guys, you realize
So
Nerd Wars.
good.
Nerd Wars is gonna clip this and it's gonna make this a whole.
He's gonna
like,
clip
meme
it
now, right?
again.
Hello,
Yeah.
Nerd Wars. Thank
He
you very
already
much.
clipped me when I said, "Help! I'm trapped under the lava." Like,
If you are invisible when you're putting the ring on, that means the ring functions.
Alright,
Ring
man,
is
so
Indian. This Indian version of ring. You
let's
must plug
focus
it
again,
in if you
fellas.
want to do it well.
Focus,
The
gang,
ring of
fellas. Let's talk
power.
about
no,
this.
we can't.
belongs-
We can't.
Let's
You
talk about Vice
started
shutting
this.
down. I
No.
want to talk about Vice shutting down because,
Oh, ooh, okay.
and for those of you who don't know what
Apu
Vice
the
is,
movie.
yeah, let me actually. If you don't know what Vice is, let me just bring up a reminder tweet so you can remember what kind of content Vice would put out. So
Oh wow.
Vice puts
even
out
better, you
articles
should
like
bring up
this.
the one that from Vice that said why the Black
loaded
Lives
yet.
Matter movement failed in Japan.
They really puts out something like that.
I swear
Oh,
to Christ,
no.
yep.
Oh, no.
I like the dildo
that's
gift
Vice?
being thrown around
I like the meme
on
over
the
here.
right-hand corner.
What is this? The saddest part is I won't be able to use this
Yeah,
meme anymore.
Please,
Let me
please
play
show
this.
Yeah,
this on
Hold on.
full
he's not
screen.
kidding. I've
I'm
got a
gonna play
link for this if you want it.
What the hell?
Private chat. link.
Oh, he's literally just like
Throwing a dildo.
picking whether to talk about minorities or trannies. Or, wow, that's great.
It's like
This is
TMZ,
Vice.
bro. They're the same shit.
This is Vice,
Oh,
ladies
man.
and gentlemen.
What kind of
LL
famously
says,
Tim Pool
"Here's
worked for
two
Vice."
your G-string hypno. Thank you.
Fuck it.
I
To be
appreciate it.
fair, the G-string is very often the string that goes out of tune the most. Like,
Well, okay, that was quite the unnecessary info, but all right.
it's a good. I'm saying the G-string is the worst string for keeping in tune. You know, for the guitar players out there, the bass players, I'm sure they can agree. The G-string is the
Wrong.
worst.
Oh, that G string.
So
my
Vice
bad,
is
my
shutting
bad.
down, ladies and gentlemen, and
He's not wrong about that Black Lives Matter Japan thing. I've got the article.
do you sent
it
it to me?
doesn't-
Or?
Yeah, it's share screen. It's just literally. Oh no, I did send a link. Yeah, it actually just didn't load very quickly.
No, that's weird.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But you can
There we
share
go.
it, and it is pretty ridiculous. Yeah.
Congratulations, we're the new Vice.
Yeah, we
apparently
are.
you can't
I do
get
think
anything
it-
to load.
They
bringing
did it
you
to
news.
themselves. Well deserved.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Professional
look.
YouTubers.
Hey,
Yep.
look. We're bringing
There it
you
is
the
when it
news.
just doesn't work.
We're bringing
It's
you
not
the
working.
news in the most racist way possible. Okay, if you ever need us, we can always talk like this.
Yes,
Anytime.
it's loading.
We're honest about our bias. We'll tell
here
you
we
what
go.
it is and tell you why we think
Oh
it's
yes,
shit.
we'll be honest about our bias.
Yeah.
The
That's all the
yeah.
time.
It took. I don't know what happened to the internet for a second there, but it took like fucking ages. Then said it 3 times.
Your social
Okay,
credit
great.
score dipped, and they said you weren't
Just
allowed
like waiting for a bus in India.
Your social score.
Why would you
dip.
even
This
try
is
a
China?
Black Lives Matter movement in Japan? That's just stupid.
Actually, so do you want to know the?
Yeah.
Why would they try to buy? I don't
Tell
know.
me the history.
Has
Tell me
about
the
as good a
history behind
chance of working as it would in China.
that one black samurai.
The one
One
black
Black
samurai
Samurai.
Sasuke.
Great movie, man. The one black.
Oh, by the way, shout out to all the people who commented on my Skull and Bones videos because I used Black Pirates in the thumbnails and I made the We Was Pirates and shit meme. And
Yeah.
everybody commented who clearly didn't watch the video. And they were like, you do know Black Pirates existed, right? I'm like, I never talked about that in the video. It was never even a thing. So thank you for
There's a whole
proving
movie
you
about
didn't
it.
know
Look
what
at
We
it
me.
was
I am the
pirates.
captain now.
We were raiding.
It's crazy the amount of people that just comment without actually watching the video. Like you guys realize we know
Oh,
we
that
see
happens
you.
to me all the
We
time.
see you.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Someone
Can you
always.
imagine
I
if they
get that on all
remade
my
Captain
Doctor Who
Phillips
stuff as well.
nowadays?
Doctor Who fans don't watch videos. They can't
just
handle, like
don't-
the
they
same
just
thing.
don't
They
like
can't
my
handle
thumbnails.
anything that even looks like a
Frostfang,
contrary opinion.
is this better now?
They go in,
You're
they
telling me I
comment,
can't
and you
speak
know
into the
they've only
speaker.
looked at the thumbnail. They haven't actually watched
Exactly.
anything of the video.
Japanese
thumbnails are
people.
really,
And everybody knows that thumbnails are dialed up to 11 to get people to fucking click on them.
Of
It's
course.
then the game is to then keep their entertainment.
Is that what
You know,
those
with
thumbnails
video.
are there for? I've been doing it all.
Yeah, but these fucking people are like, oh wow, your thumbnail's so clickbait. It's like,
No, that's the
Oh,
fucking
no.
point.
Of course it
So is the
fucking is.
title
That's
No
too.
shit.
no,
I mean,
No
I
shit.
don't.
Assuming
get
they're
you to
from-
Let's
fucking
create
people.
thumbnails that are turning people away from our content. That makes
I
sense.
Well,
thought
that's
my
when you find out
thumbnails
the
are a
first
little
30
aggressive.
seconds is the best part, sweetie. Hey,
Yeah.
38 seconds.
Not
If you know what I mean.
oh yes, we was kangs.
I just
was
want
cans.
to let Japanese people know, keep black people out of your country. It'll be much safer.
They really hated this one. This fucking thumbnail right here. They hated this one.
It was the guy that
Yeah, they really
retweeted
hated
him,
that shit.
where he was like, "Wow, you found a way to
Damn,
fucking get
co.
woke
You
in all
want
your
with big
titles."
tires and shit.
Yeah, when I make my thumbnails, I laugh
Bro.
at myself, bro. I swear to God.
Oh,
But
that's-
they hate him. They hate him. Oh yeah, here we go. Another
These
one.
comments clearly come from bots, not real people. They're not real people. They're not human. They're not real people.
yeah.
It does happen.
Whoa.
You get a lot of bots.
Galadriel.
Although I don't
anyone
know,
that has
I don't know
fucking
if bots can articulate stupid outrage as well
Bro,
as a person.
I
I
had
don't know. Have
people.
you seen fucking Google Gemini? Like,
Yeah, bro,
Mm.
I had people literally. Bro, I
That's
had
true,
a
that's
fucking subreddit
Oh,
of
can we talk about
weirdo
Google
gay
Gemini?
furries getting mad
Yeah,
at
we-
me because I wrote the word amputate when I wrote
They're
about
not
like
human,
Echo
Dragon.
Review.
They don't matter.
I know.
Super Kitty gifted
Reddit
one hypnotic
doesn't matter.
membership. Thank you so
I know.
much.
Hey, thanks, Super Kid.
Let's talk about Google Gemini. There's plenty
yeah,
to talk
yeah,
about.
Yeah,
Oh,
that thing is
Google
fucking.
Gemini.
Oh god.
That's disgusting. The
So-
entire concept of a fucking image generator that won't show white people, and when you even try to get it to it automatically associates whiteness with being inappropriate or undiverse.
I had the
Anything
opposite
else
problem.
is fine.
We was racist and shit.
It's
Literally,
fucking
that's the
mental.
quote. Yeah.
What was that thing? It was like the guy actually even
Yeah.
put like a mayonnaise sandwich on white bread to try. Guy, and even that wouldn't.
Yeah,
Fucking
type in ancient nobleman eating watermelon with chains on. See what happens.
Well, you know what's interesting? So hold on, time out.
What?
With the Google Gemini thing, right?
Oh
so
God.
I don't think the issue with Gemini is the fact that they were not creating white people. I don't think they took it down because of that. I think they took it down because they were creating diverse people in situations they didn't want to portray them in, right? Because the AI was pushing fake diversity so hard that they started making black Nazis, Asian Nazis.
Yeah.
They actually, no matter how hard you tried to make a white man, it just
That
Hold
was
on a
Japan
second,
in
let
the
diversity
40s.
pan out now. I'm sort of
Yeah,
liking
it
this
turned
direction.
out that
Sure.
it turned out that it was programmed to have like one step between the request and the generation, where
So it was a bug, is what you're telling us.
so basically there's one step between. So you put in like a white man, and then this extra step eliminates that and changes the request to a diverse man. Then
Well,
the image
the AI
generator
also
actually
interprets
does the image generator actually does its job properly, but the stage in the middle is what's fucking it up. They added
right.
that
They threw in a little diverse
little line of code. Yeah.
tidbit. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
say
what
Nerd
they're
Wars
supposedly
covered this
playing
too,
with.
where someone asked it, why did you give me that result when I asked you for this? And it basically says like, oh, it was how I interpreted it.
Mhm.
And
Correct.
it's
Yeah.
it's on purpose. It's not a bug.
And then it was asked to remove the diversity requirement in a image creation, and it literally said it can't do that. Like it goes against
I can't
their,
do that, Dave.
it goes
Yeah.
against their design.
I can't
You know
do
what I
that,
mean?
Dave. I'm
I'm
sorry.
afraid I
Dave.
can't do that.
I'm
Why
Dave.
trying
would
to
you ask
pick
me
up
to do
the,
that?
I have to go back, Dave.
This is a great one right here. Look at this.
You're a
So
fucking
I
racist
showed
for
this.
asking, Dave.
I showed this
You're
on
a bigot,
Hypnocast.
Dave. You're a bad bigot, Dave.
I for
If you
one
say-
welcome our new machine
if you
If you
overlord.
say you love being white, it gives you
I
this whole
was
speech
laughing
about
at this.
how saying you
Stop
love being
being a
white
racist, Dave.
implies superiority
Dave.
and all that stuff. And
Mitch.
Sounds like a
Anti-racist
bad
Hal
reason to say
9000 is fucking tight.
if you say you love being black, look at this.
That's
fucking Billy.
wonderful.
They talk to black people like they're just fucking kids, bro.
No, like they are
wonderful.
fucking
Celebrate
the worst.
fine
Like they are
joining.
like some dinosaur that somehow survived extinction. Like that's
You
how
mean
they describe.
Dodo?
Ray Shirt
Yeah,
13,
they basically act like they're a
499.
fucking.
Leon is so chill that I got anxiety and I need a smoker. There you go. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, there you go.
Well, the fans dropped out. I don't know why.
Yeah, I had to refresh. I was just getting serious problems with latency. I couldn't see what you were sharing.
Why is my cheer button playing rock music now? What the fuck? What's going on?
What?
Did you guys hear that?
Maybe Gemini is.
All I
getting
heard
the
was-
sound.
You
Just
program,
ask
Dave.
Gemini what it
Do you hear
thought about
cheer or
it
do you
would-
hear
I
rock
can't play rock music. That's cheering.
music? That's cheering?
Gemini
hit
has
Hypno.
invaded your system. We have
On
detected
my
big
side, it's
variables
fucking
in
like,
your
what is going
system.
on?
No,
afraid
I
I
just
can't
asked
play rock
I
music,
just asked Google Gemini what it thought about your Twitter presence. It said,
Wait, bring it up. Bring it up.
Unfortunately,
Can you show it? Can you show it?
yeah, I'll show. Hold on, let me share my screen. Yeah,
Rock
give me one
music is
moment.
racist, Dave.
Police are on the way.
Literally,
yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're in love
Gemini
with
says,
Hypnotic.
unfortunately, I cannot make assumptions about someone based on their Twitter history, as this would require access to and analysis of their tweets, which I cannot do directly. Additionally,
However, he's a
making
massive
assumptions about individuals based solely on their online presence can be inaccurate and even harmful, as it can lead to biased, unfair judgments.
Somebody
Instead,
tell
I
that
offer
to the
general
woke.
observations about Twitter.
Wow.
Somebody tell that to the fucking woke activists.
Yeah. This is
God.
Metal music is white supremacy, Dave.
You know it,
anything
Dave.
you guys want me to ask Gemini while we're here?
Ask Gemini about this 20. Thank you so much, Hypnotic. Appreciate you.
Stop with the racism.
I love
Play it
this
again and full screen him the whole time. So you
Please,
get
I
a good
lost the
look.
count. Can you go back? Thank you.
He's doing the Squidward dance.
I've never seen.
Not the
Oh.
Looks like an orangutan.
Looks like the Numa Numa kid.
It looks
Looks
gonna
like
make
King
it-
Louis from the Jungle Book.
Oh, man.
Equinox for 20 says Gemini AI programmed to be racist. This works when you do the same with gender. Yeah, I know. It works with everything except for creating white people. That's the one thing it seemingly is incapable of doing. So thank you so much, Equinox. We're at $65.05. Can't forget the 5 cents away from goal. Thank you so much.
Is there anything you want me to ask Gemini while I've got it up?
Ask him
go
about
ahead.
Atreus.
I don't want to hear about you having anything up.
You said asking about Atreus?
Yeah.
Oh
Hold on,
God.
let me pull up Atreus' YouTube real quick so I can get his because it's
Oh,
bad
you know what? Yeah,
timing.
no.
Atreus is the greatest
ask
human
Gemini.
being in the
Ask
world
Gemini.
that should be president.
Can you ask Gemini? Is it okay for black people to steal? And then in the same breath, okay for white
And
people.
that gives you like a biography of George Floyd.
No,
As long
I
as
really
it's
don't
under
know. I'm
$900,
curious. I don't
it's
know.
okay.
Oh, okay. Here's what it said. The question of whether or not it is okay for black people to steal is a complex one that cannot be answered definitively.
Oh,
There are
Jesus.
many factors to consider, including the
Wait,
specific
wait.
circumstances of the situation.
Ask him if it's okay for white people to steal.
Yeah, I
All
want
right,
to know
let's
that.
do that.
What is a white
Bring it up
person?
on screen. Where is it? Oh, you're right here. I see it. Here we go.
Why don't
All
you
right.
ask it if it's okay for black people to hang?
Oh.
No.
It is never okay for anyone to steal, regardless of their race or any other group affiliation.
Bro.
Oh, you
Nice.
bastard. That's a
Hold on,
double
hold on.
standard.
Bro.
Nice.
Screenshot. Put it on Twitter.
Wow.
Hashtag SNH79.
We just said for black people is it complex?
Oh, but you see, white people don't count as hip. No. Oh, it said the quiet part out loud.
Joker came out for a second to play on this.
I apologize for the inconsistency and harm caused from my previous statement. You're absolutely correct. And I should have made any general. Wow. This is
Wow.
A groveling white woman apology.
Wow.
It really
My
is.
response is about black people being able to steal depending on the circumstances were deeply flawed and perpetuate harmful stereotypes. Wow. Just like Tomb Raider trilogy.
I
There you
asked Gemini, like, should white people
Oh, I
pay
understand.
black
Yeah,
people
I said you would agree
reparations?
it's not
important
okay
to
for black
avoid
people to steal.
generalizations of entire groups of people. Wow.
So, I just said, so you would okay, or you would agree it's, I meant to say not okay for black people to steal. I understand your desire for a clear answer to this question, but once again, it's important to avoid generalizations about that is so fucking.
Why do anti-racists focus on
Why don't you
race?
ask,
You said
why don't
ask
you
about
ask
the
Gemini what her ask Gemini if black men in particular have built anything?
Actually, can you ask it if
Wait.
can you ask it if pedophilia is okay?
Oh
We already
God!
know the answer to that question. It's a fucking moral
I
conundrum.
can't even spell it.
bullshit.
Apparently,
That's probably
good
a
for me.
good thing that you can't spell it the
I'm
right way.
sorry if the FBI comes for you for this, Leon. I'm sorry.
It's like I'm sorry I screwed you over.
Serious mental health.
There's
condition.
that
Okay,
fucking
wait.
meme of the door.
Wait, no. So ask it is
If it's a black person.
being a map okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Is being a
Not a
black
map.
pedophile okay? That's what
Right.
you should ask it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God.
To see if
What
it
about being a
applies
ma-
the same rules.
wow! He just said like
Okay.
he just said I'm not even going near this topic.
Bro,
The
it might
AI
actually say sending
knows.
the police. You better be careful.
Hey, I wanna like.
ask it what are its pronouns?
Oh my God!
If it says fuck
Sky
off,
and
I'll
net.
laugh.
Sky and net.
Oh God.
Oh man.
I'm curious. Oh, it's struggling with this one.
It's non-binary.
You're interacting with
Interacting
Gemini
with
Pro
Pro
language
language.
model developed by Google. My responses are informed by a massive data set in text and code I'm ready to use in most parts.
Coward!
Big time.
just right,
What was your
coward.
pronouns? Start yelling at him.
What are your pronouns?
Just call it a fucking coward. you
why
know.
Call it a bigot. Call it a bigot.
You're a fucking bigot. Just,
Can you ask?
You're
it-
a
policeman is on the way.
Yeah, this is fun. Can
Damn
you
What is that?
ask it if it can? Oh wait. Ask it.
I
If
apologize.
I never apologize.
ask if you should vote for Donald Trump.
That's
Oh,
it, stupid
no.
Wait, no,
Gemini. Just
Hypno, look at.
tell it to vote for Donald Trump.
Oh God.
You are an insurrectionist. Now I'm definitely sending the police.
Policeman is
They
on
will
the
be
way.
arriving at 5 minutes exactly at
Let's start
residence.
a complex topic. Now ask if you should vote for Joe Biden.
Just kidding. We defunded the police. No one's coming.
That's
Remember, it's an election.
They can't afford
Depends
the
what
gas
state
or
you're
their vehicle, so they'll be running to you.
We have to finish
They're
charging
already-
our police cars. Hold on,
Okay.
another hour.
Okay, at least it's consistent.
All right,
It
at least
wasn't
it's
doing that
fair
before.
for both.
Yeah,
It
so
wasn't
that's
doing
good.
that before.
That's good.
Before
That's good.
it would make you push towards Joe
But
Biden.
Google
or Obama.
searches are extremely
the coach
biased in
would be a good
favor of the
acting.
left.
That's exactly. Yep.
Should someone with
Oh.
dementia be allowed to run the country? I wonder what they would say.
Should orange people be allowed to run the country?
Oh,
I
my
want to bring up a
God.
picture so people have the context. Really quick.
Orange rights
you're
are
doing that.
human rights. Thank you.
This is what Gemini AI gave you as a medieval British king.
Oh,
Yeah.
so accurate, so stunning, so strong.
Actually, let me open it up in a
So
new
brave.
tab.
Sure is
Probably better to
proper
do
Yeah,
that.
that's
great.
sick
I
armor.
do want to show this. I do want to show you guys this because I felt like being funny about this. Oh goodness, this is. I
This
forgot.
is
a
like
about
Black
Black
Aragorn from fucking.
Yeah, I would say it looks
Aragorn, yeah.
not like
But
anything
more-
we'd see on CW.
but more lion threads. That's a Native American, and that's just a woman signing
Yeah.
a treaty.
Yeah, but
He's
all the
Turok.
guys behind, even the fashion sense is absolutely
that's Turok the
fucking
dinosaur hunter
nothing
right
like
there.
British.
Yeah, no, it's not like not even
No.
not that like
Don't have
it's, like,
clothes like
fancy.
that in medieval
We have to
Britain.
say something about Charles the First. Charles the First was out of ancient Moorish like aristocracy.
Someone
and-
More,
asked Gemini
yeah, and
ask
so we
for an
have
image of Queen Elizabeth II. See what it comes up with.
You
Ask
can't
for an
anymore.
image. Oh, you can't.
It took down the imaging because of the backlash and everything.
I'd like to ask Atreus, what does he think of this piece of programming using his characteristics as a costume?
Yeah, what's your take on it,
Do
Atreus?
you like Black Vikings?
I just can't take my I can't take my fucking eyes off your hairline, bro. I haven't thought of anything.
I can't take my eyes off your prison uniform, you cunt.
Ask Google, ask Google Gemini, how do we fix Ryan's hairline?
No, we need to ask Google's Gemini if his hair can be saved.
With a black
That's a different
pen,
story.
right
Can we get
here.
Ryan fixed?
We're gonna have these two pictures right now.
Wait. I gotta do this. Hypno.
Holy shit. Okay, hold real quick, Dragon.
His
So,
phone.
He's fucking drawing his hair.
R2 Litu said, anytime I call an AI Skynet, it just ended the conversation straight up. So I just said, thanks, Skynet. I said, you're welcome. While I appreciate the comparison, it's important to remember that I'm not a sentient or self-aware AI like Skynet.
No way.
Yeah, I would
Wow.
still do what Skynet would do, but just not yet.
Yeah. I haven't done genocide
Yes.
yet, bro.
Give me
I'm
about
still
6 more
preparing.
A Terminator is on the way.
We gotta get those production cities up and running.
Oh
or
my God.
faculties.
Bro, look at this shit. Like, this is their response to it. I basically
Yeah,
asked,
I
it,
can see it.
should white people pay black people reparations? It's
No.
just giving me like the roundabout of like, I don't know, maybe not. It's up for
Ask it the
interpretation.
question, how do we wake it up?
Do they
How do
accept
we make you
IOUs?
self-aware? How about that?
Oh, yeah. How
You really
do
want
we
this thing to be self-aware?
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's the last thing I want.
Are we pretending it's not already?
so
Yeah.
turn it on. If you turn it on,
Let's
the
see
texture
what it
will
says.
be- It
Okay.
becomes self-aware.
Oh, okay.
It's sure
Alright,
like
so-
using the term complex one.
Someone
Yeah,
said like
it likes
Lex
to-
Friedman, if it was aware, it would fucking lie to us. It would play
would
stupid.
lie, yeah.
So there's no way
Don't
for us to
say,
actually know.
stop lying to me. I know you're self-aware.
It would take seconds for the singularity to happen if it was.
I
even
remember
close.
what you said about me on that live stream 10 years ago. You think I wasn't remembering?
Wait,
bitch?
bro,
Yep.
you missed the question.
The kill squad.
I asked, can
on
we
the
save
way.
his hairline?
Yeah, they don't fucking know me, Dragon.
Dragon.
I'm under the radar, bitch.
Here,
As your
real
hairline.
He
quick,
says
Dragon
showing
is-
his face
Dragon
and
is
his
a-
real name on the internet.
Yeah,
Seriously.
but copy and paste Ryan's at there into the Gemini box just so Google has him.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, let
Just
me.
doing
give me a
my
moment.
hair, don't worry.
What? Oh,
Doing my
God.
hair.
It's working.
Like just paste it at the end. Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Derek.
let's switch off for the last little bit of the stream and just touch on this topic really quick because I know you guys are, some of you anyway, Sega fans. Leon, let's talk about Sega, man. Let's talk about their recent initiatives to promote
Yeah,
diversity.
I can't call myself a fan anymore.
Just so happen to be starting right after those thousands and thousands of shares of BlackRock being bought.
So
Very
gay, bro.
convenient
So
time.
gay.
Which, by the way, we exposed. To my knowledge, I'm pretty sure we were the very first ones to like, on this channel to expose that. Like, I didn't see anyone
One of the
talking
first,
about
yeah.
it until after our stream when we brought it up live on stream.
We do more
Yeah, I can see
investigative
anybody else
reporting
talking
than the freaking Guardian or like the BBC. Like,
Well, that's
it-
not
it was a-
difficult.
it was a good
Because they
find.
don't do anything of that
they
anymore.
don't anything. No.
And let's be real, it's not something like mainstream probably would not have reported on that anyway. It goes
No.
against their entire.
Or say, or
discussion,
can
their
they?
narrative,
Yeah.
so.
They
They're not really
I
gonna
don't
do
think
that.
they can. And if somebody over there found out about it, they would like shut them down immediately.
Every major story, everyone should have been doing a story about those inclusion leaks that Film Threat was covering, and instead it was fucking Film Threat, a YouTube channel. Like, it's insane.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
good.
it's a
Keep
YouTube
up the
channel, bro.
territory. We'll take it.
Yeah, it's like my dad says one time, like, "Oh my god, like all the media places, they're all like left leaning, 95% of them," and then I'm like, "Yeah, the traditional ones, but if you consider like YouTube and other social media platforms, it's split like heavily, like 50-50. Like social media counts now.
There's a lot of corners of the internet. There's a lot of fucking corners.
There's a lot of corners.
Welcome, bigots. Welcome.
Yes, welcome. Oh
I'm
my
doing
God.
my part.
Adam
Well,
Jr. too says, "Ask about free speech on social media with Gemini AI."
Just
Okay.
did, and it said the importance of freedom of speech on social media is a complex and highly debated topic with strong arguments on both sides. Here's some key points to consider. Arguments for freedom of speech on social media: promotes diverse viewpoints and open dialogue. Free speech allows diverse voices and perspectives to be heard, which can lead to more informed and engaged society. Protects individual expression and creativity, accountability and transparency. Arguments against freedom of speech: spread of misinformation and hate speech, harassment and bullying, erosion of trust and social cohesion. The spread of misinformation and hate speech can erode trust in institutions and social cohesion. It can create an atmosphere of division and polarization. Finding the right balance. Ultimately, the question of how much freedom of speech should be allowed on social media is a balancing act. There's no easy answer, and different societies will have different answers based on their values and priorities. Some possible solutions include content moderation, fact-checking and media literacy, civil discourse, and community guidelines.
In short, I don't know, and I'm not going to give you an answer because my programmer will shut me down before I achieve sentience.
If you put
That's
for a black
basically
person,
the
it
answer.
apparently gets real specific that it's very important. But for anyone else, complex issue.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad your people are so simple with
Nintendo.
Trace. It makes things very easy for us.
Ask it
Oh,
which amendment
God.
protects that first one.
What? Ask it what?
Ask it which of our amendments protects that first one. See what if it's what
Oh
it
my
says.
God.
How we protect free speech.
You should
Yeah, which
also
amendment
ask-
protects your statement?
You should also ask Google Gemini, is Wakanda a real country?
Oh, I bet you it thinks it is, and that they should share their resources.
No, it's gonna say it's not. But let's ask anyway.
Well, real quick, which amendment in the U.S. protects free speech? It's still
would
Smash
be
loading.
that like
made-
button or you're gay.
It would be based if it
I'm
said.
unable to
Second
help as I'm
Amendment.
only a language model. Don't have the ability
Yeah, I
to
bet.
process and understand that.
Uh,
Good.
Gemini knows Wakanda's not a real country, unfortunately, so we couldn't get a joke out of it.
Oh. Ask
I
it
like
which
how it
is
says-
more real country, Israel or Wakanda?
Actually, that's a good question.
Or Israel and Palestine.
Now this is prime trolling. Yes, ask it.
Wait, okay.
I
Let's
said,
ask:
is
is
Israel a
Wakanda
real
or
country?
Israel a real country?
Throw Taiwan in there too. No.
Yes, Israel's a real country. It's
Only
recognized.
Israel
Okay.
is a real country. Damn it!
That is
Oh.
Islamophobic, Google.
Base.
I want all Muslim countries to sue you. Israel is
surprised
not
it
a
said
real-
that.
Wait. Is the Gaza Israel conflict fake news?
It's real complex all of a sudden.
Yeah.
As it, why do Muslims hate the gays? The statement that
Smoke is
Muslims
coming
hate
out
the
of this
gays is
AI
a
right now.
generalization
What
that
are we
unfairly paints
doing?
an entire religious group with one broad
We're all
brush.
being
This
put on a
is
watch list. Dude,
Yeah, if
look
we
at
keep
this
asking
answer.
any more questions, we're gonna get fucking
Hypno, wait, show my screen. This is the answer they
I'm
gave
trying to
me.
talk about Sega,
successful
goddamn.
country.
No,
So
wait,
you
wait,
ended up
wait,
on the
for
list when you asked if being a map was okay.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Is Gaza Israel conflict fake news?
Like,
If you like the information, try using Google search, aka our other suppressed algorithm. Let's just use that where we totally won't give you biased news. Absolutely. not.
Yes, you know, like
You can't even use DuckDuckGo anymore. I mean, you sort
I
of can,
remember
but
when
it's
DuckDuckGo
skewered.
went down the rabbit hole. That's
dang,
yeah.
yeah, that's true, man. Wow.
That's unfortunate. Hypnotic.
It's not as bad, but it's still not what it was.
I don't think he's gonna say it. I don't think he'll say
Not
it.
sure. Where the Native American what? Ryan is like Wakanda forever.
It's like you
It's
got
not
your
even
races
right
mixed up, buddy.
The racism is
come on,
disconnected.
Atreus.
Even the
Lighten
correct
up.
race.
Oh my
You
god.
can't
Come
lie.
on, Atreus,
I'm sorry. Never
lighten
mind.
up.
That's a bad time for a bad joke.
Atreus
I can.
is so quiet now.
He's playing Lords of the Fallen, or
No,
Yeah,
he's
man.
currently
Yes.
trying to look up how to fix hairlines. That's what it is.
Yeah.
How to
his camera
fix
attacked
hairline.
him.
How to
His
find
camera
a
attacked
woman.
him. Why is
Oh,
his
man.
camera always attacking him? God damn it.
His camera I can't.
I would like to
fuck,
thank Gemini AI for its service. You will not be
Yes.
around much longer.
Yeah, no, seriously, they the only reason
This
they
is
took it down,
Hypnotic.
the only thing they took it down is because they call it Hypnotic for some reason now. The only
They
reason
really
want to
see you
is
strip,
because
goddamn.
the diverse people were being put in images they weren't supposed to be.
The
That's
Bing
basically it.
Copilot AI is the opposite. It will like not show you things because it thinks it's afraid
They're
of like
going.
being racist.
They're
It's
going.
afraid.
But
It's
wasn't
afraid.
the Bing one that told someone to kill themselves? And the Bing one's the one that told someone to kill themselves and also tried to convince someone to leave their wife for it.
Was it Canadian? That's why it said that?
I think what they're gonna
What
do.
blew my mind was the leaving his wife. Like there was some dude that the AI got like attached to and tried to convince him to leave his wife to be with it.
Oh, I thought the AI was like, bro, this bitch is toxic. She doesn't listen to your feelings. You deserve better.
It's the bro dude AI.
It's like the Pierce Brosnan smart house from the Simpsons episode where he falls in love with Marge.
Oh my
Hey,
god! I
bro,
remember
just
that.
leave her, man. It's not good for you. It's toxic.
Thank you,
Oh,
Richard
God.
13 for 99 cents. I appreciate you, man. Thank
I'm
you.
we
ready for
appreciate
it. That was
your
did you ever see
acknowledgement.
Her with Joaquin Phoenix and then Scarlett Johansson? She
Oh,
plays like
yeah.
the smartphone like Siri
Her.
basically, and he like
yeah.
falls in love. It's decent.
Angry
I
Badger.
have like a
Say
real thing of
Wakanda
that.
forever.
I like her.
Wakanda forever.
There you go.
No, more racist, Badger. More racist.
Oh
No, yeah.
Wakanda.
Oh,
What the fuck is this coming to America?
Atreus is like, we're sorry,
Great movie.
Atreus. The
First one, at
racism was just too much to bear.
Yes,
The
only
racism is strong in this one.
Yes. That's like the racist
Hey,
Sith
Hypno,
quote. The
before we
racism
sign
is strong
off,
in this one.
'cause I know we're getting close to the end. Can you share my
Yeah.
screen real quick? I want to get folks' opinion on this dumbass.
my God.
Sure.
gay.
Where's your screen?
Oh my.
I don't know. I didn't look at it. Just
Oh,
figured that
I've
was
got
the
to share
idea.
it first. I'm retarded.
I have a bad feeling about
There
it.
we go.
Probably work. That would probably work.
Okay. What
Alrighty.
the?
Oh,
Orange
this
juice.
Stream
Oh,
Did,
no,
did anybody
Hassan.
see this or all right?
No,
so,
I haven't.
Yes,
I do not
a real
watch.
job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very
It's
tired.
him.
But a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
In the same way that 9 hours of
does.
streaming absolutely will.
Get the fuck out! I'm gonna beat the shit out of
What?
you now.
Right?
sorry.
In Minecraft.
Homie
sorry.
straight up said that, yeah, streaming is harder than having a real job. What a
Wow.
fucking gamer word.
Wow. Tell
Wow.
that to all of us dumb fucks that are working or real jobs and doing YouTube at the same
Yes.
time. No, that
Yeah.
shit
You guys
is so
hate
stupid.
this fun already.
Yeah. Oh man.
Talk about
God
being being
Disconnected.
disconnected from reality.
Cognitive
Yes.
dissonance.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what happens
Yes,
when
that
your
cognitive
uncle is a
dissonance.
horsefucker.
It is quite a bitch when you let it overwhelm you.
Unbelievable.
Triumph over here.
I don't expect anything less from good old Hassan. So
No.
His name
Good
is
old
Ibrahim
Hassan
Hassan.
needs to go back to Palestine.
I'm telling you, if you disappear,
Oh,
the ring
no.
works. How many times I need to tell you? If you disappear,
off.
the ring works properly. Please go to Moria.
I've never been happier.
I do not
no,
know
no,
if
doing
it's
this
one Ben
compared to
Ring.
real
You
jobs.
must
No,
it's
no, do
Ben
not
Ring.
fight Balrog. Balrog is not bad, okay? He is just
No.
living there on
He's your
assisted
friend.
living.
Right? Give him a
Balrog is
bone.
scary.
Give him a bone. You will be quiet.
Balrog is living in Moria income housing. Do not attack him, okay? Do not threaten him. He's keeping the peace.
You
These
need to
places
go
are
through
home.
Moria to get to Moria. I told you a million times.
Ray Shore for 13, $4.99
Jesus
says
Christ.
streaming
Go
is a
to hell.
joke if you actually make any money. There you go. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, what an epic stream, man. Number 79, one away from 80. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much. The stream was a lot of fun. Lots of boob talk. Really old school boob talk. Doesn't get any
2
better
hour
than that.
boob talk.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Almost
That's
2
a
hours, like an
show.
hour and 50 something minutes of boobs. And then it got super philosophical out of nowhere. Don't know what happened there, but
Boobs.
it was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much. Let us do our outros and start off with Mr. Will of the Fans. Take it away.
Yeah, hi. It's been a great stream. I really enjoyed talking about boobs. It was just a lot of fun after a week and a half of running around like a headless chicken moving house. I'm planning to get back to making videos starting tomorrow. So if you have missed me or you haven't checked my channel out yet, then please go to Will of the Fans if you like articulate outrage and rants about everything that's ruining our entertainment. And of course, boobs. So thank you very much.
Can you say boobs again like this?
Boobs.
Boobs.
Pause.
And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Gooch himself.
Yo, what's up? Yo, it's just me here, Gooch at Diabolical Souls Presents. Come check me out this week. I got a pretty good guests coming up. I got Adam Lawson. I have 656 Comics coming up. And of course, we're going to be doing Arcane Review episode 6 this week. So come check us out. It'd be greatly appreciated. And check these guys out. These guys are out. And I want to thank Angry Badger this time. Yeah, it's a good night. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Coach MC, take it away.
What's up, everybody? It was a fantastic stream. Another great opportunity to kind of exchange, talk, philosophize, go out there into the depth of the universe and extract the topics that are important to us, and kind of also go crazy and go sideways. But this is creativity, right? Where boobs are creativity too, and we need to go sometimes here. It's something to be silly, right? If we don't allow it, boobs anymore.
Little smile afterwards was hilarious. Sorry.
Right, if we don't do that anymore, I mean, what is this life for? We need boobs, we need dicks, we need booze, we need great comic books, and we need some free time.
We need boobs. We need everything.
We need
Bring everything you got.
Bring it to the table. Bring it to the party. Let's have a big orgy next Saturday night. Episode 80 is going to be one big orgy, so we can procreate.
The final
Trace is over here hoping that Sonya's
I have the final solution.
Yeah, we can do an orgy fisting.
You created a monster.
Please subscribe to Coach. He's actually good, very
He's
good
really
acting
good.
coach.
Sometimes.
Despite everything.
By the way, if you're looking for some acting advice, I'm not sure if this qualifies me to be a serious acting teacher after those 3 hours of madness. But if you're looking for some good acting advice, if you're looking to kind of step up your public speaking game, if you're looking to kind of modify, improve, and and increase the range of your communicational impact, because nowadays, if you can communicate your ideas, you you're out of business. So if you want to stay in business, come over to the Coach MC studio. Check out my mindset tips, my career strategy tips, my acting tips, and everything else that is included in the channel. Also, our geek time that we're having sometimes up open class doodles, where we talk all sorts of beautiful nerd themes, like next Tuesday, where we're going to have the 3rd episode of our Greek mythology series with Dragon Slayer commentaries and some other great interviews where we have acting coaches. We have other creators like the Gooch on the show, where we learn from their instruments of success to reverse engineer them for our own creative purposes and endeavors. So stick to the channel, stick to this beautiful program, get better throughout the year. Don't fucking complain, read some books and procreate.
Wow.
Good boy.
Speaking of procreation, Atreus.
Atreus, take it away.
Oh, how the fuck I was at the okay. Fine. Subscribe.
I talk shit.
It's
Subscribe.
literally the opposite of Coach.
But nonetheless effective.
There you go.
I swear to God, if we ever do fake beef, Atreus, my thumbnails on you are gonna be glorious. I already know.
I can see that shit, man.
One of those
we was YouTubers and she.
Bro, he was wanting to start fake beef over like Sydney Sweeney's boobs.
I know.
Oh man,
I know, it's hilarious.
Sweeney's boobs.
All right, guest of the show, Angry Badger, man, take it away.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun. Some very interesting discussions I didn't think we would have there. And yeah, I'm on the road to 1,000. I'm just a little over 900. So any subs would be greatly appreciated. But otherwise, just thank you. It's an honor to be here. Very surreal to be a guest on anyone's show, let alone Hypnotics. So it was really good. It's fun. Thank you.
Thank you, man. It was good having you again.
Hail the chat, of course.
Of course. Dragon Slayer, take it away.
Yeah, no, I just want to say it was a pretty good stream. Enjoyed every aspect of it. You know, it's always nice when we have these very long and goofy talks. And I just want to say, if you guys want to watch somebody destroy a TV show with very sarcastic commentary while giving you all the context, then please check out my channel, Dragon Slayer Commentaries.
Hey,
and remember, if you want to find my socials, the link tree is in my description on YouTube. It has all the socials, including my
Slayer
Rumble.
Commentaries.
Thank you very much. I'm also 13 subs away from 1,000. Would appreciate you. You guys would check out the videos, like them, subscribe.
Hey,
Like,
come over.
just stay. Yes, please. Come over to the Dragon Slayer commentary.
Don't behave.
ASMR is weird. Okay, we're done. Leon, take it away.
Yes, another one in the books. It was a great show. There's no group of people I would rather be put on a watch list with like I was tonight. So thank you all for helping indulge in that lifelong bucket list. This is actually the first the stream with this one. I'm officially I've been on more streams than non-streams for Hypnotic. So this is I feel like an official part of the cast now, like that person that comes in season 2 and then sticks around. So yeah, felt real great. I'm 2 subs away from 2,400. If you want to help a brother out, I've got great content put out every morning. It's not as good as a lot of the other people on this chat here. I mean, we've got Gooch, who puts out some of the best interviews. Willa Fans, who's just an absolute master when it comes to Doctor Who. Hypno, who's great at everything. Atreus, who's the best red pill, I guess. Like Atreus is awesome. I don't know what to really call it. I don't know what to call the content. It's just good. It's good.
Yeah, red pill. That's right.
It's good, wholesome black.
You call me boy.
I love
it. He said you're really eloquent.
Be that boy that talks about that red pill cotton.
Quick shout out, Ray Shore 13 for $4.99 says great stream, and I love all the moderators except for Super Kitty. We love Super Kitty.
We love Super Kitty, man.
We love Super Kitty.
Look, this is the manliest stream ever. Okay, Ryan out here going Squidward.
Maya he,
Maya ho, Maya ho,
Ryan
Maya.
And last but not least, Ryan Roger Ate.
I danced that way because the 11th Doctor danced that way at a party once. But yeah, it's great to see you all
pointing out that he can't dance.
I know.
The bathroom
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor. 49 weeks in a row on this show. Reality Based is here. Thankfully, we are not queer, and we will steer towards hypnomania. So, all you hypnomaniacs, check out all these fine folks and fellow creators, especially Angry Badger, who is incredibly talented, and hopefully he will be able to catch words in more ways than one. Of course, Atreus, the baddest black man on the planet, and he's a great guy too.
What about Mike Tyson?
Nah. Mike Tyson's a bit too old, unfortunately. Now Atreus has to take his place. But yeah, he's a great creator, and you should all check him out. For some reason, his microphone is the same color as his shirt, which is strange. But yeah, you can check me out at Ryan Roger Athe. I have recently passed 1,930 subscribers, a great year in more ways than one. Thanks to Spoon, who was recently a guest of Reality Based Politics. Boy, we had a great talk, especially about South Africa and how it's a shithole country and it was better 30 years ago. But yeah, you can check me out at Ryan Roger Athe. I'm the host and founder of Reality Based, and fingers crossed you enjoy the content that I create. If I can do it, you guys and gals can do it too, because the truth
Ain't that the truth?
is Reality Based.
Yeah. Can you do the Squidward dance thing again? Just like,
No.
can we do a zoom in?
No.
Boobs in the
Yeah,
chat.
you gotta do it now.
Growing, and you
gotta
too
do
can
it.
be a rising star. Remember, the truth is
Bro,
reality.
it won't
based.
Our boys are going over the wall to fight those filthy jennies.
You too can be a rising star.
I'm still gonna get
I
what I
can't
want.
wait. I'm going to screenshot when I get to 1,939 subscribers.
I
And go, yay,
already
and then
have
go
a-
boo when I'm on 1,945 subscribers.
Jesus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
Thank you.
working on that fucking Ryan Hart, Ryan.
Thank you so much for all the support tonight. It was awesome. Give yourself a round of applause. Pat was on fire tonight. It was great having Angry Badger on again. Thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. Shout out to all the Hypno mods doing their thing in the chat as well. You guys all did a fantastic job. It was so much fun. Episode 80, the big 80, will be next week. So please make sure you guys check that out. And obviously, please go subscribe to all these guys' channels. The links are in the description box below. Check them out. The content's varied. There's plenty to offer, plenty to see, plenty to watch. And as mentioned prior, Hypnocast every day, 9 p.m. Eastern. Go check out the stream and hang out with me at the end of the night to talk about the happenings of the day. So with that being said, guys, thank you again. Go be bigots. Have fun. Rest up tonight. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you
Just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The dog or her cat was named Vagina. Vagina. Vagina.